Hello. It says we are live.
Hello, everybody. We're live. I'm totally paying attention. Is anybody here? Oh, Casey, also post a link in the Discord and tag everybody. The thing I literally always forget to do every single time. I tell you to do after we've gone live. Okay. Oh, waffle entered. Okay. Waffle. I heard myself.
Yeah, sorry. I had to open the link to get the link to do the link.
That was scary. I don't want to ever hear myself speak.
Right?
Oh,
I have bad news for you about BookTube.
Listen, I haven't done. We're like 6 videos behind as I'm filming my cosplay today. I'm like, we haven't posted the cosplays from Words of Radiance, so we wanted to have them all out before the Crabalong was over, and here we are.
It's on brand. Wrap up.
Yeah. We're just going to post 6 videos over the next week before the wrap-up party so we can call it all done.
We're not doing that.
Casey, start editing 1 video a day. Let's go. Let's go.
No.
If they were already edited, I'd be like, yeah, let's do that. But they're not. Yeah. We haven't started.
The editing's the worst part.
Editing is the worst part.
This is also why we don't like editing our videos, because we hear ourselves speak.
Yes. Same.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Like the year-long read-along is over, but the Discord will still be there. And like, I assume we're gonna get the gang back together when Lost Metal comes out. Whoever's up for reading it, we'll do we'll do like a live discussion. We'll be chatting. Like, I ain't going anywhere. This is my whole brand. But the read-along itself is done. Thank God. I'm still trying to make this real. Hang on, I'm trying to see who else entered this giveaway.
I love Hoyt at the airport.
Hoyt at the airport.
Oh, you entered this giveaway. Whoever you are, this person right here, you entered the giveaway too. I see you. Okay, cool. I'll put you on the wheel.
Who's making the giveaway wheel right now?
I meant to do it last night, and then I thought I was done with everything, so I decided to write instead. Hi, Josh.
Welcome. You don't have to do the 2-time speed catch up this time. You're here.
Hey.
I'm always so.
I don't want to know what it's like to listen to like all of us, but also just me on 2-time speed is just, it doesn't sound like a good time. So I don't ever wish that upon anyone, and I don't know why you do it to yourself.
I listen to you on 2-time speed when I watch your videos.
If anybody else wants to enter the giveaway, do it right now. I'll put you on the wheel.
Last chance, go.
Last chance. Did I get everybody? Oh my God, stay out of my face. Oh, I knocked my headphone out. Sorry. Guys, we're off to a great start. Who else here? Josh? Jonathan, Storybound. Okay. Hello, guys. We're doing it.
Oh. Do we want to do introductions?
Yeah, you kick us off with introductions because we'll wait a minute to like get into shit while I do this.
Hello, my name is Wendell. I am a gardener and I'm popular for chairs. And I'm also Casey, which is half of this channel. So welcome to this Dawnshard and Rhythm of War live show. It's going to be kind of a mess because not everyone read Dawnshard and not everyone finished Rhythm of War, but we're going with it anyway.
You know what? We're messy bitches, so it's fun. We're messy bitches.
I'm here to learn.
Okay. I think my wheel is ready, but if anybody else wants to enter, like, go ahead. I'll add you to the wheel. I don't care.
Also introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm Bree, also known as Sophrena. I'm still in the Bridge 4 uniform specifically because I didn't want to paint my whole body. That's the main reason. And I'm the other half of this channel here at Books Before Death. And that's all you really need to know about me because I haven't posted any other videos recently. So take it away, Katrina.
Hello, I'm Katrina Ames. I'm at the airport. They want us to wear our masks here. I have a layover on my flight from my brother's wedding to home, and you will get to see a little reading vlog about that once I edit it on my channel. So have fun with that.
Yay.
Everyone is linked. All their channels are linked down below, so go subscribe to them.
Always.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Max from Max Reads. I do single book review videos, and that's about it. Only like 2 videos up so far this year, but we're slowly getting there.
You're getting there. Hey, I'm Jessie, the Bookish Mom, and I post videos about fantasy stuff.
I love that we're all like going so low bar on introducing ourselves at this point. We're like, this is the last one. They've heard the spiels. They know.
They know us by now.
Hello, I'm Steph. I'm confused. Hi.
God, a constant state of being, right? Oh man.
It sounds like an AA meeting.
Perfect. It's a great way to
Like,
describe it.
hello, my name is Casey. I'm a spread.
Like, I am obsessed with the Cosmere. That's my big problem. I don't know. I need help.
I need help.
I need
I'm not gonna go with
answers. Sanderson, I need
everybody
answers.
on the Cosmere.
Unfortunately, I am not taking any constructive criticism this evening.
I don't have any spirits left to crush.
God, right? Like I'm still
They're
just
gone.
laid over from like this year hasn't really started for me yet. I'm like, check back in March and we'll see how I'm doing.
Right.
still dragging from last year.
The only spirits I have are in my liquor cabinet right now.
You want to share?
I still have like a 2020 hangover. I don't even know what to do
Yeah,
at this
right.
point.
Legit.
It's still
legit.
2020, right? Right?
Totally.
I mean, honestly.
Feels like it's still March of 2020.
I haven't seen friends in person since 2020.
No. I get to see my first friend in person next month and I'm gonna cry. I get to see Haley next month. She's coming to visit me. Sometimes you message your friend and you're like, hey, do you want to go to this concert with me? You'll have to fly out here. And they're like, yeah, let's go. And it's like, okay. You buy concert tickets and your friend buys a plane ticket and it's just it's 2022.
The rest
Good
of
joke.
the decade is going to be 2020.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just the whole decade. I mean, that's how it feels like it's going to be.
Literally.
So what do we want to start with for this?
The plan was to start with Dawnshard because I assume we won't talk about it a lot because it's, a 200-page novella. We can chat about it for a few minutes and then get into like the meat of what we're here for. Not that I'm not here for the meat of Dawnshard, but I'm still confused by Dawnshard and I don't want to talk about it. So
I'm scared. I'm scared for Dawnshard.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, hang on. Let me pull up my documents because I don't remember my own thoughts.
Sounds like my life.
Like legit. All right, so Max, you literally just finished Dawnshard. Do you want to
so fresh.
Do you want to kick us off on the Dawnshard discussion real quick?
Do you have thoughts, questions, concerns? 'Cause
I have. Are we just going full spoilers straight away for this one?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Steph said she didn't care about spoilers at this
I'm
point.
listening.
So.
I'm listening. I'm paying.
Okay.
I'm taking notes.
My main takeaway from this is that.
Real quick, I should warn that we're probably gonna have full Cosmere spoilers in this entire live show.
Oh yeah, like
throwing it out the full Cosmere. So if you haven't read the entire Cosmere, and you don't want spoilers for things from other books. Don't watch this live show. Come back later. Okay, continue, Max.
Okay, so let me think what thoughts I have. The fact that Larkin can breed with Kremlings is interesting. It means they're definitely part of the same thing. But the fact that the sleepless are the thing I want to talk about the most, right?
Yeah,
obviously,
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like that Rick and Morty, like 6 million ants. So when they said that they don't come from Russia, the sleepless don't come from Russia, but Kremlings do come from Russia because they can breed with the Larkin, which means that they are like bodiless consciousness that use swarms of things. So I'm wondering whether we've seen them before somewhere else, because I don't think that they will exist in Kremling form on other planets.
Would you like me to confirm or deny? Because I have
Yes.
wobs. I don't know the wob
I'm ready
part.
for all the juicy
Okay.
wobs.
All
now.
right. So we after Dawnshard came out, we got a good juicy wob from Sanderson clarifying that they are not native to Roshar, and that on other planets they would look different. That they have evolved themselves to blend in on the planet that they're on. So they would look different on another planet. And this entire read along, Casey and I have been looking for them. I have tabs for the sleepless, and I didn't find many in other books, so I don't know if they're there and he hasn't planted any yet, or if I just couldn't find them.
We did find one, which
found
blew
one.
our minds. In what is it
the
called?
one?
Hope of Atlantis.
The Hope of Elantris, the short story that's in our canon, The Hope of Elantris. There is a mention of just like a little slug, and I'm like, I see you, little slug. Like, why point out a little slug? Just for like shits and giggles. There's a little slug. And I was like, I could see slugs being the fucking horde on fucking Elantris. That place is dirty.
Oh yeah, I guess because they're like the slugs that live in Elantris and eat all the gunk, right?
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
like, I could see
Yeah.
that being, but I don't know if that's confirmed. That's just like one I tabbed that I was suspicious of.
We were sus of that slug.
I was very
Fucking
sus of that slug. Duke slug.
Slug.
That is not Cosmere.
But it could have been.
I do not know the planet off the top of my head, but that sounds rightish.
I haven't noticed yet, Katrina, but I'm glad that this is happening. It's all I've wanted. The minute Katrina came on, I was like, I really hope people look at your screen and see like these weird looking bitches and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, hi, random airport people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's happened a couple of times, and it's been excellent.
So great. I'm waiting for one to like see it and like know what's going on. Be like, yeah, Cosmere, I know that shit. Like, just some random person in the wild.
I would do that.
Yeah, I would. If I saw somebody on a fucking Cosmere live show, I'd be like, okay.
Listen,
What's up?
I ran into someone in full Bridge 4 uniform at a Renaissance fair once and just did the Bridge 4 symbol to them across the thing, and they were like, hey, what's up?
The best encounter.
That is the best.
That is
It
great.
was pretty cool. Okay,
Yeah,
what
so,
else about the Sleepless? I'm sure you have more thoughts, Matt,
More thought.
because a lot happened in that.
Since Sleepless can communicate with other Sleepless colonies,
Mhm.
is that restricted to other Sleepless colonies on the same planet?
I don't think we know, but I assume that they would function the same on the different planets. I don't know if like the hordes on Roshar could communicate with hordes elsewhere. I don't
Okay.
think so, but I don't know if we have any confirmation on that.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I want to know if the Larkin form of a Larkin is in any way related to dragons, which we're going to get to later when we talk about Rhythm of War.
Yes, we are.
Because I nearly shit my pants when
Same.
I
when he
I
just
have
dropped dragon.
I
in
have
there.
answers for you, and you're not going to be expecting it, but it's okay.
Okay.
I do have answers. I mean, not like a lot. I have a answer.
I'm ready now.
I have an answer.
I'm like a baby bird
We all
waiting
want
for answer worms.
We're looking for answers. I need to tweet that. Hang on. Where's my? I'm on the wrong Twitter. I'm on
Love
the
that.
I mean, okay, so besides the Sleepless in Dawnshard, the other thing happening is the Dawnshard,
Yeah.
which we all lost our minds about when it was announced that the novella was going to be called Dawnshard. Like, so many questions, and then we get it, and still so many questions.
The thing is, the term Dawnshard has been dropped since Way of Kings, but it's never explained what it is. Like, our own characters don't seem to know what it is. It's
Yeah.
like just this thing from myth and legend, like a powerful thing, but they never like say what it is. They clearly don't fucking know. And then, so there's been so much speculation in the fandom on what the fuck a Dawnshard is. And it's like, yeah, the new novella is called Dawnshard. And we're like, okay, we're going to get some answers. I got more questions. I didn't get many answers, but I got more questions.
More questions now.
With the
So-
Dawnshard, and I feel like I remember him saying something about there were 4 commands that
Yes.
took apart Adonalsium.
Yeah, it
But-
sure do say that, don't it?
Is that implying that this is one Dawnshard of 4?
Yes, that is the
Right,
implication.
okay.
That is the implication.
So the
However-
Dawnshard isn't a thing that holds the 4 commands.
No.
No, okay.
Let me see if I can find that one wob that one wob we have that like gave more information right after Dawnshard came out. Oh, I just tried to Google wob and it didn't know what I meant. Where did Brandon? Arcane, thank you. Keep talking. Dawnshard.
Yeah, because it sounded like it was one of 4.
Sorry. My dad just called me, and he doesn't call me, so I was like, what is
Aw.
happening?
Oh, always a fun time.
Still don't know, because he didn't say, but that's fine.
And did the Dawnshard choose Risen? Is it a thing that can make autonomous choice?
I don't know.
It seemed like it did.
Or was she like,
It
whoopsie,
seems like it did. Because, like, also they were like super confused. He was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck? You have the Dawnshard?" She's like, "I just looked at the wall, man. I was just looking at. I was just appreciating the art of the mural. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't eat your Dawnshard."
I got the vibe that there had to be like a recommendation letter written
or something.
Right. It was like, this one's worthy. So yeah, okay, there are only 4 Dawnshards. That was what I was looking for, the confirmation of that.
What am I looking at? Oh, thank you, fellow Wendell.
Fellow Wendell, hello. Oh, Wendell Chairgarden, I love your name.
Oh yeah, and then that Hoyd held a
Okay.
Dawnshard at some point.
Yeah.
It's
We
also a thing.
After Dawnshard and Rhythm of War came out, Sanderson just dropped some bombs on us, like some
Oh my
swap
god,
bombs
so many.
that we were expecting. And one of them is that Hoyd, at one point in time, no longer currently, held a Dawnshard. He doesn't currently hold it anymore. We don't know what the Dawnshard was, like what the command of it was, but we just do know that he held one at one point, and it affected him in long-lasting ways, and it still affects him even though he no longer holds it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is interesting. It's so interesting.
I'm interested to know as well how it kind of like half explained how stuff gets so big on Roshar with bonding with Mandra. So Mandra are straight up, are they Spren?
I believe so.
I think it said that, yeah.
What is the reflection of a Mandra in this world then?
What
What's
do
the
you mean?
reflection of a Mandra on Roshar? What form do they take on Roshar?
I don't think we know that. Like the physical representation of the Spren, I don't think we know what they look like because we don't see one. We just know that Jerry has like bonded one.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I wonder like how they
We
let
just know
something get big.
Yeah, we just know that they refer to them as like the Lux Spren, like the one that they see them, they call them the Lux Spren. Yeah, it's the Lux Spren.
Unless because in cognitive there's something that fly. Is something to do with like negating gravity's effect, which lets things get bigger because they don't have Roshar's crushing gravity because it does have high grav. Maybe. I don't know.
Is it just the Lux Spren? Do they look just like Lux Spren?
I thought the Lux Spren started around them.
They're like little, I think they're described as like little like arrowheads. They look like little like arrowheads, right?
Oh yeah.
I think that's what they're described as, just like little like arrowheads that fly around with the creatures. Oh yeah, and this is our speculation. I don't know if this was completely confirmed. It might have been by WAP, but that this is why Hoyd holding the Dawnshard that he held, which we don't know what its intent was or its command. I mean, but this is why he like can't eat meat and he can't hurt people, and yeah, that's why like he has a inhibition on hurting people. Except that one time, that one time he got to slap a bitch around.
Also, yeah, this is like important wording. It says that Risen is the Dawnshard
now. Like she's not holding the Dawnshard; she has become the Dawnshard. It's very
the Dawnshard.
It is annoying wording because it's like, what does that mean?
So does that mean? Did it say that Hoyd was one or he held one?
I think the wording was that he held. Hang on, let me go back.
I think the wording is that he held one, which is also interesting.
So but maybe he had somebody else that was one.
Well, it might be different because of like what Hoyd is to begin with.
Hoyd is an anomaly, so nothing applies the same to Hoyd as it does to anybody else. It's just held. Is that the correct term there? Okay, I'm gonna trust y'all on this because I can't find the WAP. I'm not looking in the right place. I'm still on my other WAP search.
And also, yeah, I think this is about if the Dawnshard could choose, like like if the Dawnshard chose Risen, like a monster adventure does become like sentient over time.
Real quick, yeah, I was said Hoyd was a Dawnshard at some point in the deep past, and the reason he even still cannot physically harm people or even eat meat is related to the changes this made to his spirit. Okay, he's referencing things from Dragonsteel that may no longer be canon. I don't need to say that, it doesn't matter. And I want you to know that this wob, like where he was just dropping this info, was ended with and a preemptive raffo to all the questions on this point. He's like, just so you know, Hoyd held the Dawnshard. He was a Dawnshard. He can't hurt people because of his Dawnshard. Don't ask me any questions about it. Goodbye, bro. Yeah, he is known as the bearer of the first gem. That is one of his titles. Yep, one of his names was Topaz.
Okay.
That is an interesting. I never actually made that connection, Josh, that it could be related to the Dawnshard that he held.
Oh, one other thing they said in this story that I thought was interesting was that you can soul cast aluminium. And I think that's the first time they said that you can do that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Did they say that? You can soul cast it? What is
They said it in Dawnshard, yeah.
Hi, Eli. Just a bunch of crap. Because I'm
Interesting.
trying to.
Sorry.
Okay, I'm not touching it.
This is the problem with Casey. Like, which one of us is like in charge? And I was like, both of us, because we don't have the brain cell, so we'll just do whatever. And then that's what happens. We just click on the same comment over and over again, trying to get it to appear and then disappear. Anyways, that's an interesting parallel, Josh.
Oh, okay.
I like this theory. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Also, yes, hello to the crabs.
I was just trying to say briefly hello to my crab child.
Listen. I'm so tired. I haven't slept in 2 days.
Do you mean the soul casting aluminum thing? I think that's what you mean.
Probably.
No, not sure.
Does it soul cast into something specific, or is it just like they can soul cast it?
Oh, they said they can create it with a soul caster.
It resists being cast into other things. Okay, interesting.
That makes sense. That does make sense. All right.
Okay.
Interesting. Thank you.
We're going to talk about Ralkalest later as well. I'm excited to talk about Ralkalest.
I actually don't think I put any Dawnshard memes in the meme drive. So if you want to shoot me some, I can dump them in there. I have a chunk of row, and I got a lot of row art and like a minimum amount of Dawnshard art. But I don't think I got Dawnshard memes. So you can throw some at me if you want. I might have made that up. I love that. It's like, I think this thing happened, but you know what? I might have made that up. Me with so many things, right?
Okay, but that was agreed. And then Maynard Dawnshard.
Yeah. That they might taste
taste different. It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, you can go ahead and DM me. You can DM me wherever. I'll find them.
I really liked the conversations of differing disabilities in Dawnshard and different ways that you can like cope and exist within a society that does not want you there.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things that we got out of Dawnshard.
It's kind of shitty that it took them like a war and people getting superpowers to make a functional wheelchair.
Right? Like, just nobody putting the fucking effort in for the disabled folk. But yeah.
I don't think I wrote it down, but I love the moment where like Lopin is joking with Risen and Rushu is like you shouldn't. I don't remember what Rushu says, but I mean Rushu is one of my favorites. But she says something about how like, well, you shouldn't have to joke about it to like make it okay. Yeah. And Lopin's like,
yeah, you shouldn't have to. But this is where we are, and this is the way we have to cope because you people suck. No offense, but you suck.
I like that moment.
I love that moment when he's like, yeah, you shouldn't have to. You see, you said it right there, but you don't quite get it. I love Lopin so much in this, by the way. He's just so good.
We love Lopin.
We love Lopin.
I was thinking as well, while they were on the boat, what happens if you're underwater and you go to cognitive?
You
would end up in the bead.
In the bead sea. You'd be like in the bottom of the sea.
But the bead sea is land.
I think you're just on a city.
Would you? Yeah, I don't. It's a good question. I don't know the answer.
You know, like how in video games, sometimes in video games you like end up like glitched out. That's what I'm assuming happens.
Clip out of reality really slowly.
Guys, I'm stuck in some obsidian right now. Just kind of, my legs are in the floor. Help.
Just whack them once and then you get them out. That's how it works.
Also, one thing I wanted to mention. Hang on, it's in my thing here. That's at the bottom, I think. So did anybody else catch on to the fact Dawnshard? It's like it's before they leave. It's Lopin's point of view when he's giving the tour, and they talk about the Reshi King and how they look different now. They're radiant now, and they healed and they look different. Confirmed trans radiants exist, and becoming radiant heals them into their correct form. And it's my favorite thing that's ever come out of anything ever. Trans radiants, I love them because like in the second Risen point of view, the one we get in Words of Radiance. When she meets the king, she's like, why do they call her a king? Like, it's a woman. Why do they call her a king? They're just like, no, it's the king. And it's like, yeah, no. They were trans the whole time, and now they've healed into their correct form. So, like, they're like, yeah, people don't recognize them. Like, they look a little different. And it's like, yeah, no. And also, they're a dust bringer, which I just love.
I love dust bringers. But yeah, it's like the intent behind the healing, which I think is very interesting.
But yeah, which is one reason why it's like Kaladin's scars never healed, even though, like, everything else heals. It's because, like, he didn't feel like he deserved to heal from those, so he didn't. The intention behind it. But yeah, I just love that Radiants get to heal into their true form. Trans Radiants. I love it. Anyways, I just want to make sure we talked about that because it's just like briefly a brief mention thing that like some people can miss when they're reading Dawnshard because it's very briefly mentioned, so it's like, and it's not like directly stated, but it's implied, especially if you remember the Reshi King from that interlude in Words of Radiance. So I just want to make sure we talked about that real quick before we go further.
Where does Dawnshard take place in relation to the Risen chapter in
in where?
In Rhythm of War?
In Rhythm of War.
The Cherry chapter.
The Cherry interlude that we got. Yeah,
it takes place. I think I know exactly.
It's 6 months after Oathbringer, 6 months before Rhythm of War. It's like right between the two because there's a year that passes.
However, I think it's also 7 months after the beginning of Rhythm of War that we get that Cherry chapter.
Yeah.
If it takes place at the same time that the the normal stuff in book is happening, I think it would technically be.
Although it might not, because like Risen's chapters have like been farther apart. Like there's more time passing in the Risen interludes that we've seen because like she's gotten older. We've only seen her the couple of times, so it's like her timeline is moving differently a little bit.
Because the thing that confused me about that was in Dawnshard, Cherry is like that big.
Yeah.
But in the Cherry chapter in Rhythm of War, it says that Cherry is sitting in the little pot of grass.
I mean,
it says that she's trying to.
It does imply that
she's trying
to sit in her
she's
pot
like
of grass.
trying to hide in the grass, but
I thought she was like actually like.
It does. Yeah, it does imply that she's trying, but also we'll have to come back to the Cherry interlude because I live for that bitch. Okay.
That interlude is a lot. It means it's so short and there's
implies so much.
But it implies a lot.
So much implied in one tiny little interlude. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else? Sorry.
She doesn't, but she still sits. God.
Is there anything else you want to talk about for Dawnshard?
Dawnshard specifically.
Don't think so.
I just want to say the word y'all, poor PTSD and survivor's guilt.
I love y'all.
That's all I got.
I want you to know how excited we were when we got the first chapter because that was released before Dawnshard came out, and we're like, Yalb lives! It's confirmed! He's here! Because like everybody fucking loved Yalb in Words of Radiance, or I mean Wave Kings. Yeah, and it's just so good.
I love everyone now just thinking about how people have to like glitch themselves through the Matrix to get to other worlds.
Is that like Hoyt standing in a corner going like this?
Just like T poses. I saw someone mentioning that.
Yes.
That's definitely how it works.
Oh, also, I did write down this one quote from Rushu because I loved it when she was like, so what if I'm still an artist? I still want to sleep on piles of money, and I was like, you know what, girl, me too, let's go. That moment she was like, listen, I am of the church. I still want to sleep on piles of money. And I was like, I feel you, girl.
Right?
I feel seen.
I love Rushu. Rushu's just so unable to focus on anything.
I
feel that.
Right.
Okay, where do we want to start with Rhythm of War? Because
does anybody have any specific point they'd like to kick us off on? Will I switch to my other tab?
It's just so much.
There's so much happening.
So much.
I have so many notes.
Let me switch my fucking drives because I put them in the wrong drives. Where's it at? Where is it? Oh my Christ.
Okay, I have a question being that I'm not done. So can someone confirm this for me? This spoiler that I read. Because I'm almost there. Like I got some of the flashbacks, so I kind of know this, but I don't think I'm at the point yet where it's confirmed. So Gavilar knew he wanted to bring back their gods, even though everyone told him no.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
That's in
Gavilar is the worst.
Gavilar is the worst.
Isn't that in one of the prologues?
It's talked about, but it's talked about more in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
It's like hinted at in one of the prologues, I think.
I'm so glad the flashbacks were so short in this book.
I know you hate them. I love the flashbacks.
Hi, Az. Hello, welcome. No, I do enjoy the flashbacks, but I will say that these ones, the structure, like the way it's done, is just differently, and it doesn't fit as nicely. And like Sanderson has talked about that because like he had different plans for it, and it just like got moved around.
Prologue. Okay, that's in Oathbringer, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, because this one's Navani's POV.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's confirmed in Eshonai's prologue.
Yeah, this is the one where you get to see how shit of a husband he was to Navani.
Right.
Which
He's
like
such a
was
wanker.
implied before, but like we never actually saw it. And I love the meme where it's like everybody like seeing Gavilar like die in Way of Kings, and it's like, oh dang, this is like intense. And then you're watching it in Rhythm of War, and you're like, yeah, let me some popcorn, watch this bitch die again.
Right.
And in the next book, we get to watch it from Gavilar's point of view. So we're gonna learn some juicy secrets. It was just as recently. We're gonna learn some juicy shit. I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm so
I'm
fucking
scared.
hyped. You know what I'm scared for? I'm
You
scared
know
for what the
what?
fucking prologue that we're gonna see 5 times in the back half is. Because you know it's gonna happen again. Another chaotic instance. He's gonna follow that same formula.
I just
But
want to
we
know what Lift was thinking. That's all I want. I just want to know what Lift was thinking.
I don't know if Lift even has thoughts.
Oh.
Wow.
She was just a little girl. She was.
Listen,
If you
that-
tuned into Lift's brain, it would just be
Literally-
like blah, 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 blah.
Okay, but the one interlude we get from Lift's point of view when she has that moment where she's like trying to like bind herself, and she's trying to like she's so upset about how like she's getting bigger, and the reason is because her mom wouldn't recognize her. Like it's so fucking traumatic, and I like weep. It's like, oh, it's not just some weird thing like she doesn't want to grow up. It's because her mom would not recognize who she is now, and that's why she didn't want to change. And it's like I'm ready to cry when we get her book.
But
Guys,
also-
I'm probably weeping.
I don't fully disagree that like if you tuned into Lift's brain, I don't know what.
Oh,
you
no,
would
no,
hear. It would just be
I
like-
don't disagree. I'm just saying there is some extremely sad depth to that child, though. All right, she ain't just a weird little. I mean, she is a weird little kid, but she got some sadness in there, and I'm ready to throw down for her whenever I need to because she's so good.
She just has feelings, no thoughts.
Just God, same. See, this is why I love Liv because like that me. There ain't nothing going on up here. It's all in here, and it's just like chaos.
Always thinking with herself.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Yeah,
man.
poor Liv.
So did Dalinar know?
No.
Dalinar knows
Like,
shit.
I didn't know shit. You mean? I assume you mean about like what Gavilar was doing and stuff.
Yeah.
Dalinar didn't know
No.
shit. Dalinar was a drunk piece of shit at the
Yeah,
time,
Dalinar
He
until
was
recently
very
was
silly.
horrible.
wasting away
Yeah.
in his own pity. Yeah, his own self pity there.
Just hearing screams
So he
in
didn't
his
know
brain.
He didn't
He
know
did
shit.
not.
Nothing.
No, he had his own problems.
But he knew, but from the meetings he had with Eshonai and them, he knew about their culture and like their people
Yeah.
and what the gemstones
No.
were and all that stuff.
No.
They
Like his
knew very
warnings,
little.
his warnings to Esh and I were just him being like, yeah, like we're pieces of shit and we will conquer your ass. Yeah, like he's like, I don't want to be sent here to kill all y'all, but that's gonna happen. If you have anything he wants, like I will be sent to butcher you bitches because that's what I am here for.
I
Like
think
that's how I read his point of view. His
Yeah.
conversation with Esh and I.
That's how I
And,
got
like,
it too. Where he's like,
their
I don't know why, but
understanding-
we will kill you, all of you.
Their-
because
their
if you tell me to, I
understanding-
will.
Their understanding of the listener culture is not there at all. And it's not even, it's still not there.
Because like they still like
I'm not there.
in Way of Kings, they've been fighting those people for 6 years, and they're like, the fucking chasm fiends are their gods, and it's like, no,
No.
nobody.
No,
like they
nobody.
still think that at that
So
point in
bad.
time. It's like, nah,
Not
that was just
really.
some miscommunication. Ash and I was just like, yeah, no, they're big. They're
Yeah.
big. They're big. They're scary. Like they cool. And they're like, oh, you worship them. And she was like, I don't know what that word means. Sure. It was just miscommunication.
I think it's
love
like
it.
Like,
you
we
like,
finally got that, and it was like, oh, so that's why they think they're the god.
Yeah.
like you guys are not doing great.
See, this is why we can't let the military do anthropology. They're not good at it.
They're not.
No, they're not. My favorite thing in like Way of Kings is when like they're realizing as they're fighting like the Parshendi war pairs, and they're like, are some of them women? And it's like they never
Yeah.
thought to like look at the corpses that they killed, like to learn anything about these people that they don't even know. Like I just honestly like they're so fucking stupid.
How did they not know? Like the pictures that Sanderson is giving us now of the sexy crab ladies, I don't understand. like
Those are like fused. They're different. Those are the
Sexy
big
crab
bad
ladies.
Yeah.
sexy
I-
crab ladies.
I
It's
like
not
it.
that They just didn't care. They just didn't care.
They did not care to do
They're
the
literally
research.
the worst people that's ever existed.
They just wanted to kill and get their revenge, and they're like, we're just gonna do this for 6 years and not ask questions.
Yeah.
It's pretty dumb. Okay, wait, hang on. I got this DM from where'd it go?
Anyone? Okay.
Oh, it's
what
on-
else? What else
Nope,
do we want to talk
it's
about?
on this. Hang on.
I mean, there's so much to talk about. I
There's
don't
so
want
much.
to.
There is we can just
That's
fucking jump around if anybody's got topics, but I do have like a bullet point list of things we can go over.
Does anyone
Casey
else have
has
any
notes.
questions? Like, does
Okay.
anyone else have any questions about what's happening?
Does Navani ever like talk about what she's doing with the Fabrials and stuff? As far as like reconciling that it's a bad thing, or is she just like Fabrials, yay for everybody?
She agree. There's a lot going on at the end of the book with
Yeah.
the sibling. There's
Okay.
she has a conversation. She has a couple conversations with the sibling about it, and how she wants to do better. She wants to understand how they can like do better together, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, her to do better with the sibling, or her to stop using Spren?
To do better in like the sibling's eyes. Like the sibling's like, you're doing evil shit to the Spren, and she's like, okay, let's see if we can figure out how to evolve my society without hurting your Spren, because like it's like that's how all their science works. So it's like she wants to. It's implied that she wants to work with the sibling to get that shit done, but it's obviously we haven't had time to make any progress on such as of yet.
Yeah, that's like at the very end.
Yeah, it's at the very end when we
Yeah.
come to that moment.
I am also scared for book 5.
I have all the questions.
I'm
Listen.
terrified.
Okay, yeah, we'll probably also talk about like our thoughts going into book 5 in the wrap-up party when we just do full all across the board Cosmere spoilers, but like I got
And theories and stuff,
some
because like I
fears.
feel like
I got some theories, I got some fears.
I got some fears.
I'm
Oh,
not
I have-
afraid.
No, go on, Shannon.
I'm gonna say I'm not afraid for book 5. I'm afraid of book 5. I'm worried it's somehow going to get longer.
Oh no, it will.
I mean,
Okay, no, my favorite thing about book 5, if you were paying attention to the fucking epigraphs, in part 5 of book 4, they all say, on the first of the final 10 days. Book 5 is most likely going to cover the span of those final 10 days.
Yeah. I'm like,
And I'm
is
scared, because there's so much to do, and we got 10 days to do it. I'm so scared, Eli!
Go.
Okay, so it's fine. It's
Can
fine. You have to-
I place a bet?
Yeah, you can.
I would
Who
like
is
to
that?
place a bet about who the Kandra is.
Oh,
Oh,
you have
okay.
a theory. Okay.
go for it.
So my theory is that it's somebody from the previous book, not this one.
Okay.
And I reckon it's the guy who was with Dalinar when he went
Ryle?
to see the Night Mother.
Oh, no. I guess actually, no, that could be. You know what? It could be.
Because
that bitch
there's
is-
like one comment that he makes where
Yeah.
the guy's like, why won't the Night Mother talk to you? And he's like, I'm foreign. And Dalinar's like, I'm foreign too. And he's like, no.
No,
I'm
Not as
foreign.
foreign as me. Okay, so that guy actually is a world hopper, confirmed, and he's from Mistborn Era 1.
Oh, that's the Kandra, 100%. All right.
I mean, I was like, yeah, he could be a kid. I mean, he's from Scadrial, but yeah, no, he. I don't think. I mean, I guess Anderson could just be throwing us off because he's told us that when people ask him about specific world hoppers, it's like, why is this person on this planet? And it's like some people are like doing shit, while other people, like, to them, it's like moving from like Texas to Montana. You know what I mean? It's just like moving, and that's how he explains Felt being on Roshar. But yeah, Felt is from Mistborn Era 1, and he was the what's the house spy for House Venture. And you only see him like 3 times. Like he meets with like Elend, and he's the house spy. And yeah, he's just world hopping on Roshar. I mean, he could be the Kandra, but the fact that he's like already someone we know from Scadrial like makes me think. But it could be a double cross. He could be the Kandra. I don't know.
I want you to know, though, if you want to break Brianna in just 3 sentences, be talking about a character in the Cosmere in like Stormlight, and just be like, but what if they're the Kandra?
Just anyone, and I'm like, what if they are? It could be anybody.
Because it could be anyone. Like, we don't know.
I'm legit terrified.
Oh yeah, I'm curious about the mechanics of this as well.
I'm scared.
I'm also scared because it
Do you
doesn't
mean like the
goes
fucking?
well.
Do you mean the corpses that were dissected that we saw?
That's
the
what I think
freaking
they're
like
talking about.
horror movie dissected
Yeah.
cryptic? Because I certainly hope not.
Right.
I don't think it goes well for them.
That'd go well for them. Yeah, God, no, I'm so scared of Ishar, you guys. I'm so scared of Ishar. I can't deal with it.
But what happens with the like taking stuff out of the cognitive? If you make a bead
If you
manifest
take-
into its thing
And then
in
you bring it back
cognitive,
into
then you bring
physical?
it back. Do you have two of the same thing?
I do
don't
not know the answer to that. Anybody in chat know the answer to that one off the top of your head?
Or
'Cause
can
I do
wob
not.
it. Yeah, there's a wob about it.
He is absolutely bonkers. I'm scared. We're gonna talk about Ishar in a bit. I'm still saving these fucking memes from Eli.
Ishar is just so interesting.
What was I going to say?
The most sane of the heralds, my ass.
Right? Like,
The guy's the most sane.
bitch,
Oh,
where? Bitch, where?
We don't need more Shaylin theories. Please take your Shaylin theories and leave. Okay.
Get out, Eli. Listen, we got enough crazy Shaylin shit going on. I don't need more. I don't need more.
I was kind of done with Shaylin in this book.
I know you like hate her in this book.
She was so mean to Patton.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Patton.
Huh? What was the question? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
what
no,
we were
she
trying
was.
to wob.
She was.
I guess it's like trying to.
Debatably Dawnshard. Okay, I'm gonna dump all these in the drive. Hang on. Where's my drive? Where's anything?
That would probably happen, yeah. Where like if you try to take something that's manifested in the cognitive realm from the bead, it would just
But
like
if
not
you can bring
transfer.
Spren out though.
Well, we don't even know how that happened, and it wasn't supposed to
That
happen.
might
So
be
I
a bondsmith thing.
God, fucking bondsmiths, man. I have so many questions. I'm
pronunciation.
so scared.
You.
Listen, Eli, it's been so long. Suck it up and get over it. Except the Shaylin. Wait, God, why am I in the wrong drive again? Hang on. Sorry. I'm with it right now. What are we talking about?
I mean, we can talk about Shaylin. Do we want to talk about Shaylin?
Yeah, sure. Let's go there.
Let's talk about.
She was bazonkers too.
Yeah. No, she's having a time. The thing that's so fun about Shaylin in this book is that, like, we got her flashback book. We were supposed to solve all her goddamn mysteries in book fucking 2, and we're still not done with her. Anyways, so did anybody guess that she killed her previous friend? Did anybody see that one coming? Because I did not. I was shook. To my. It makes sense, but I was shook to my core. So anybody, anybody who sees that shit coming, I'm like, you're mine.
I kind of saw it coming. Like it was pretty close to it, and I'm like, oh wait, is that it? I'm like, that can't be it.
What was everybody's first thoughts when you're in the Adolan point of view and he meets the dead cryptic in the, like, without Shaylin, like he meets him in like the market or whatever.
Oh,
and
I knew
the guy's like,
That's
see,
when I started to think
when we read it, our theory was that Hoyd killed his cryptic because we hadn't seen Hoyd's cryptic yet, and he'd gotten one at the end of Oathbringer. So we're like, did he already kill his fucking Spren? We were like, we're like, damn, that was fast, sweetie. We were not thinking about Shaylin killing her Spren.
So
I thought it was going to have turned out to be Mraize or something.
Oh, interesting. That killed the Spren. Yeah, I also, like, yeah, we were not thinking it was Shaylin for that.
I was also, to be fair, falling asleep right before that when I read it the first time because I had just had teeth removed and I was high on like pain meds and I hadn't slept and I was like falling asleep while reading, so I had to send Justin to the store to get me snacks. And while we were waiting for him to come back, me and Casey were sitting there and I'm like trying to wake up, like chugging caffeine, and I was like, did Shaylin kill her Spren? What? Did she kill her Spren? And it like dawned on us, and we had to read back through. And we're like, that's definitely Shaylin Spren, and she killed that bitch.
That's an interesting idea. That also is interesting.
Ooh, I mean, we still don't know anything about T. For those of you, I'm sure we talked about this, but Tian was in the middle of bonding a cryptic before he died, and he was going to be a light weaver. And so yeah, like
I'm not clicking on that. We're talking about that theory in the next one.
We'll talk about that because you know what? I'm starting to lean into it, Eli, and I don't like it. We'll talk about Shaylin's mom's theory later.
That's a whole theory.
It's a whole thing. We'll do it. We'll do like a whole theory segment in the wrap up party because I think it'll be fun if we all like have some thoughts. I think I got all of these in here,
and we can bring up like some of the popular.
Like the big ones. Yeah. Okay. I think I got all these in there. I don't know.
Oh, this is interesting. I had not thought of this.
Ooh.
I mean, if he can't kill Design, then he's stuck.
Yeah.
I
Oh, he's
also,
stuck on Russia.
but guys, don't forget the sweet little fact that Mistborn Era 2 takes place after Stormlight 5, and Hoyt is on that planet during that time, so we know he gets off Roshar. How does he get off Roshar? Does he kill his friend, or does he find a way off without killing Design? Because that bitch is a gem. We can't kill her.
I love Design. She's so funny.
I love Design so much. She's so good. Yeah. I also really, really hate that theory. I hate that I think it. I hate that I'm buying into it now, Eli. It's upset me. But you know what, Eli? Tall didn't break. That's fucking what? That's what solidifies the theory for me. Okay, sorry. We'll come back to that. I'm fine.
Maybe because weird perception. Maybe if he can. Yeah. It's like his perception of himself means that he can't hurt people.
But see, the thing is like he's gonna want to find a way without killing Design, because like he bonded her for reasons, like he wants all the fucking powers. So he's not gonna be like, all right, now I'm gonna get rid of that so I can hop worlds. Like he's gonna have to have found a way, which I'm fucking scared about.
Could a bondsmith just bond the friend to something else?
You know what? I don't know, because I don't know what a bondsmith can fucking do.
I mean, probably. Like, it would make sense to me.
The bondsmith spoke to Dalinar about removing his bond with the Stormfather.
Yeah, no, he was like, I'm gonna slide in here and steal all your connections, and like, that guy's as scary as shit.
Right.
And also, the only reason he didn't is because Zeth came in with Nightblood, like, with the fucking sword and cut that connection off. Nightblood saved the day. Yeah, that's right. You're like, don't take a fucking break. Don't take a fucking break.
I think the sentence that's about the bondsmith's powers, I think what the Stormfather says is that the bondsmiths have the power of like creation, or like something like that, of like all life.
Of connection. I don't know if it's creation.
No, it's something of. Let me see. I hate this.
I'm trying to find my fucking. I'm in the wrong drive again. This is my problem.
Something about like all. Anyway, it's scary, is what it is. It's scary.
If I can find where I talked about Ishar, he's somewhere in here. We're not going in order, so shit's all over the place.
Right, we're like,
which is fine. Like, you know what? Let's just be chaotic as shit.
But I mean, that's how my brain works anyway, so it's fine.
Same. Like, I could just go off on tangents all day long and then be like, wait, what were we talking about? I want you guys to know most of my notes in here are just me crying at the end of the book. I was crying so much.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I cried more this time than I did the first time, because the first time, I was high on drugs, and I was with Justin and Casey, and I was trying to be like, don't look like a weak bitch. I'm a weak bitch, if y'all didn't know. I cried.
Oh yeah, Justin and I never cry, so that's
yeah, like they're like emotionless bricks, and I'm like
sobbing.
I'm okay. Listen, y'all, if Kaladin ever dies and I get to it before you, you'll fucking know.
I'm done.
Casey, you'll see me and you'll know. Like, you would get there before me, but let's just, in a hypothetical universe where I read faster than you, because I would just put the book down and I walk out of the room. Like, I walk outside, I just start walking down the street, I already put my shoes on, I just go, I just leave, I'm done. Every conversation I've had in person with Brandon Sanderson was like, if you fucking kill Kaladin Stormblessed, I'm coming after you. That's everything. I've said those words to him, and he was like, and I was like, don't give me that look. That makes me think you're gonna do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I won't be able to take it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I freaked my dog out when I was reading the end.
Yeah, I saw your message about that.
She was looking at me all confused, like, should I come and sit with you, or should I run?
Like, are you okay? And do I care enough to get closer?
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I miss Axes.
Yeah. I hope we see more Axes.
We still don't know what that big sploosh spren was.
Yeah, no, we don't. Kusakash. I remember how to say its name.
Yeah.
I had to ask Sanderson a while about it, so I had to listen to its name on the audio 10 times to figure out how to say it. It's Kusakash.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Big Sploosh.
I like that better. Big Splooshicash. Splooshicash.
Perfect.
That's the new name. It's Splooshicash. I like it. It's canon now. Okay, I'm trying to find my Ishar notes, but they're so far down because Ishar was in the fucking Sanderland.
Yeah.
And it's all spread out. I was trying to make my notes in order instead of like talking about each thing that happened. I was like, all of the stuff with Navani, all of the stuff with Kaladin.
Yeah.
I like how the Sanderson does it, but taking notes makes it difficult because it's like all over the place. He's a funky dude. He is a funky dude.
So much going on.
Oh, I just saw this. I love you. Thank you.
There are children around me in the terminal. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go and bring this up now because I'm on it in my notes and might as
Go for
well,
it.
so I don't forget about it. How many people did not figure out until the end of the book when Kaladin fucking had his shard plate that shard plate was just lesser spren because it's hinted at so many times and it's like indirectly implied multiple times in this book before you see Kaladin wearing the shard
I
plate.
had no idea.
I'm not there yet.
I was like, what?
We've known for so long. I mean, okay, it wasn't like confirmed, but we've had this theory for so long that we already have confirmed for ourselves, and we know we're right on which lesser spren are the shard plate for most of the orders. Like for edge dancers, it's life spren. Bondsmith, it's glory spren. If you see a spren happening around a certain radiant often enough in the background, that's their spren, baby. That's their shard plate. For Shaylin, Lightweavers, it's creation spren. It's like it makes it very obvious. Like one point, Shaylin just opens her bag and there's like creation spren in her bag, and she wasn't even doing art. She's just like, what are they doing in there? They're just hiking around with her. I think else callers, it's logic spren. I'm not sure about that.
Who gets ale spren?
I don't know. I don't think I know the ones for like stone wards or like any of the orders we haven't seen enough unless they've been confirmed. But all the ones that we've seen the orders of enough, we know them.
Yeah.
Like right off the hat because we've been here a long time, guys. We've had a lot to reread and theorize about
and think about it.
But yeah, Max, you had brought up in the Jasna point of view when it's like her helm screams.
Yeah, her helm screams.
And I was like, because it's alive, baby. It's fucking alive. I was like, you're onto it.
That
But
was
also
something I really missed in this book was Jasna Puff. I really want more Jasna Puff.
Jasna, I think, someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, I think she's supposed to be book 8. I think the current order is supposed to be Lift is 6, Renarin is 7, Jasna is 8. Ash, the Herald, Shalash is 9, and Talm, the Herald, is book 10. So we're going to get 2 Herald books at the end, which is going to give us some real juicy fucking shit. Because we're going to get flashbacks from the fucking Heralds who have lived so fucking long. I can't even imagine how much we're going to get. I hope it's a lot.
Wait, what? Jasmine's book 10?
Is she?
I thought that.
I was certain Talm was book 10, Eli. Did I have that wrong? Did he change it? Because that used to be the order. He might have changed it.
Okay, hold on.
Wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, yeah, I was pretty sure it was Talm. I thought the Heralds were the last 2. Like, I'm almost certain. Because, like, I've heard the Sharders talk about that and stuff. So, like, I just assumed it was still that was the case. Is Jasmine book 10?
Ash is 8, Talm is 9 is what I've seen most
Ooh,
recently.
I feel like he must have moved that then. Because Talm was originally 10. Like, I remember that. So, that's interesting. Okay.
That's terrifying.
I don't want to deal with that. You just broke my brain. I don't want to. Okay, weird. Well, at least I was right about most of it.
You're close enough.
Wait, you guys want to talk about the constitutional monarchy that I think will happen by the end of book 10?
Oh God, okay, let's go.
Right?
Yes, go.
And roll.
Yeah, first of all, how great is it that Gavilar's kid figured this shit out? It's like, oh, maybe one person shouldn't have all the power.
Right?
Yeah.
I liked that. And I liked how her first thing was like, well, we're going to stop having slaves. And everyone's like, whoa, hold up there.
It's like,
even
don't,
like the
don't be hasty. It's like,
even the people that were like, these are the good guys are like, whoa. Don't know about that. And you're like,
Jasmine's like, listen, I'm going to be the last fucking Alethi monarch and I'm down for it. Let's crush this system.
Doing it all.
Bring it down, bitch.
She's doing the most.
She's doing the most.
She's working hard.
She's been working hard nonstop. Like that bitch has been busting her ass in the background this whole time while people just been out there doing nothing.
I like that she was like, I'm going to free the slaves. And he was like, whoa. And she was like, no, I'm not looking for permission.
I'm just doing it. I don't care if you agree. Like, you can disagree, but this is what we're doing.
Right. This isn't
like,
really
you put me on the throne. Get ready to get fucking bitch slapped with my new shit. Like, it's coming.
Right.
I love her so much.
I'm hoping that this also leads to like men reading and women fighting and like.
Oh, also, while we're on the topic of Jasna, how's everybody feel about that sweet new relationship we got between Jasna and Wit?
You know what?
What are their thoughts? Because there's some hot takes. Most people don't like it, so I wanted to know the thoughts. Most people don't like
I'm here for it.
Okay, interesting. Anybody have any specific thoughts on it?
Look,
I like them both, but I don't think it's going to work.
It's interesting. I will say.
I love it. I don't care.
I just don't think anybody's good enough for her.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Do you mean
There's
for
a
him?
point.
Do you mean for him?
I think there's no way any of them can measure up in such a huge power imbalance between both of these people.
Yeah.
And it's doomed to fail, but I'm gonna love it the whole time.
You're like, but I'm on the ride,
But
baby.
I'm there.
I can get
I'm
on
gonna
board
ride
with
this till it crashes and burns.
that.
I
Also-
don't hate it, but it's just weird. It's just
Also, we get Ace Jasna confirmed.
yeah.
That's
I do love that because
confirmed.
that's been like the headcanon, like the. I mean, it's
The
implied.
headcanon.
It's implied in
Yeah.
like fucking like or Words of Radiance.
Yeah.
And Wave King, like in a little bit in those moments with like Shaylin and Jasna when she's having conversations with her about like being married to a man and all this stuff and like the relationships.
Ew.
Yeah, she's like to a man especially. So we were all like, okay, she's ace and
Yeah.
lesbian. That's what everybody thought. But okay, you know what? Like, but Wit's not even like a fucking normal person, so he doesn't.
Yeah,
count.
Wit is
You
just
don't
Wit.
know
Like it's
Wit's gender.
That's true. I mean, you know what? You
we don't
what?
know.
We just
We don't know.
If only women are allowed to read, knowing the kinds of things that attracts her to people, it does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, like
That's
the fact that like the only person she's gonna have an interest in is this fucking like otherworldly like magical being who's lived so long and has so much knowledge. But yeah, I agree that I don't like how it's portrayed in the one snippet we got of it. But I assume, I mean, if it's still going on, then maybe we'll see how that more of that came together in her flashbacks
Right.
in the fucking book 10, I guess.
Right?
Guys, Eli, why'd you drop that bomb on me? It's breaking my brain. The implications of that are breaking my brain because it made sense
Yeah.
that it was a fucking herald for book 10. So now I'm like, okay, what the fuck's happening now? Okay, so
What does Jasna know?
Okay, sorry.
Right? What does she know?
How'd you guys know? Just me screaming is like how I pretty much discuss all Cosmere things. I'm just screaming.
Right. I just
Easy
picture
control.
Hoyd like wanting to cuddle. Like Wit just wants to cuddle.
There's that scene where he's like kissing her fingertips, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't really care."
Yeah. And he's like
He's like,
he just wants to
you
cuddle.
know, he's got a safe hand fetish, guys. He's kissing
Yeah.
He does.
fingers. He's got the safe hand fetish. This is why he's on Roshar all the time. It's like that sweet, sweet safe hand, baby. We made that was like a whole joke with us for like a week after row. We're just like, but with safe hand fetish.
Right?
Oh my god.
There's a clip of Bree just yelling it at one point in in the Dawnshard video. I think.
It's in our Dawnshard video. It's the very last clip at the end of our Dawnshard video, and I was yelling it to Justin. So you just see me like turn off and be like, "Did you know about Wit's safe hand fetish?" And then like the video cuts out. It's like not even related to Dawnshard.
Perfect.
I love that we were still filming when we started talking about that during our Dawnshard video.
Yeah.
It happens.
Things
It's
happen.
such a good line.
That's-
Also,
it's
though, speaking
my
of Hoyd, like don't trust Hoyd. Like I love him so much. I do not trust that bitch.
Oh no.
As far as I
He
can tell
said
him.
straight away in fucking is it book 1 where he's like, "I will watch your world burn to get what I want with
Yeah.
tears in my eyes if I must, but I will do it."
Yeah.
And it's like, baby will do it. Speaking of Wit, like while we're on the topic, we want to just jump to the epilogue real quick because I got some thoughts.
Oh my god.
And my thoughts are
Those were my thoughts as well. Thank you.
okay. So first of all, the fact that he can't tell that it's no longer race
Right?
is concerning. The fact that Todium tricks him, concerning. He
Also-
steals his breath. What does
Very
that mean?
concerning.
Very concerned.
Very concerned.
I'm heaving.
And especially because it's like the like agreement is that the shards will not like harm him in some way. So like this
Yeah.
is not
They can't
seen
harm
as
him.
harming him
He's
as
like,
like,
yeah, like the
taking the
line-
breath
It's like
because
a
he can't do
loophole.
anything else. Yeah, it's a loophole.
Yeah. The
loophole.
loophole. The line is he's like, let me see. I cannot harm you, but here, you have used this other investiture to store your memories, haven't you? Because you've lived longer than a mortal should. You need to put the excess memories somewhere. I can't see your mind, but I can see these, can't I? And then, before it happens, there's, for the first time in a long, long while, Wit felt true terror. The fact that Wit was scared in that moment and then it doesn't remember it afterwards
No,
that's what
he
scares me the most. Like, I have it highlighted and I'm scared of shit.
He takes
No, he
them
took 'em.
because at the very
He takes
end,
them. Yeah.
his perfect pitch is off. He
Yeah, he
mentions that his
Yeah.
perfect pitch is off.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he takes
Wit's-
them.
Wit's perfect
Well-
pitch is off. He's lost some of his breaths.
Oh,
I should
speaking
say-
of, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, it's not that they were taken. They were destroyed because it is a consent thing to give or take breaths.
That's true. They were
So this is
destroyed.
a much
Yeah.
larger
They're just,
violation.
yeah, they're destroyed.
They were
yeah.
destroyed.
Mm,
Yep, and it's so concerning.
right?
Like, I think the entire fandom was like, what the fuck just happened in that
Right?
epilogue? Like, I didn't see anybody read that epilogue and be like, oh, cool. Because, you know, usually a wit epilogue leaves me, like, feeling like, it's fun. I love the wit elogues. Like, you get a little something fun, and I'm like, I'm scared of shit right now. I'm shitting my pants. The fuck just happened?
It's no longer fun.
I'm yelling so much. I'm sorry.
One line of Hoyt's that I thought was really, really interesting in this one. And I feel like it was just such a throwaway line, but it hinted at an answer to a question that I had from before.
Okay.
Where in the bit where he's with Jasna, the like cutscene with them, and they're having like the back and forth dialogue, he says, "Slumbers longer than a soulless star." Is that related to why the sun reflects in cognitive?
I don't know.
That actually just broke my brain, but I get what you're saying. Like, I understand what you're saying, and it
Do you
would
know
make
what I
sense.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do know what you mean. And I think yes, but like I from like what I understand, that makes sense to me. But I don't think we have a confirmation.
Yeah, we can do all Cosmere spoilers in here, Eli. All Cosmere spoilers.
All spoilers.
Because every fucking other Cosmere book is mentioned in the series.
Everything happens, and I'm like, wait, what?
We talk about Nolthus, Taldane, Scadrial. We see some things. We got a mention.
Did you purposely not say Cell just to upset me?
Yeah. No, man. Did you catch the fucking Seon? I mean, you called it. You called it pretty early.
Did call it.
You called it before you see that it's a Seon. And I was so proud of you. And I was like, Max, go be so hyped. There's a fucking Seon just chilling here. Shaylin has her own Seon now.
I was so sure it was just a radio too.
I know you were like, this is a radio. I mean,
A radio?
No. Katrina, that's what a Seon is. It's like a fucking radio. It's a cell phone. Hey, Eli. I think Eli and Josh have both made that joke so many times.
Yeah.
I'm stealing content now.
Yeah, there is a scene in one.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where he destroys your breath to delete your memory.
Cell
Cell phone, the cell phone. Okay. Also, I guess while we're talking about things from other books, let's just go ahead and bring it up. Who knows? I already know. Two of you figured it out on your way through, and I'm very proud of you, Jesse and Katrina. Who else knows who the fucking Lord of Scars is?
Oh my god.
Who knows who Thydakar
right?
is?
I was like,
okay, so I want y'all to know. Let me see if I can find the tab. Okay, listen, there are people on fucking Shardcast, like the hardcore, like 20 times more hardcore than me and Casey, who did not catch that was Kelsier. And Casey, me, and Justin called this real early in the book. The second time Thydakar is mentioned in we're like, is that Kelsier? Way before the line Lord of Scars. All right, we call it real early. And yeah, no, Jesse, I saw you mention something. You mentioned something early on, and you were like, this all feels very like Kelsier. Like, and I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know what specifically you were referring to in the chat, but you were like, this just feels like Kelsier stuff. And I was like, I think you were talking about the Ghost Bloods or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, she's onto it. I was so hyped.
I was like, he has to be a Ghost Blood. Something.
So Kelsier is the founder of the Ghost Bloods. Yeah, that line that the Ghost Bloods are not from not an organization from Roshar. Yeah, no, Kelsier is the fucking founder of them.
So is this what happens to him after A Secret History?
After Secret History,
he comes here.
Oh, he's not there. He can't leave. He can't leave because he, like the Herald's cognitive shadow. That's what Kellick's whole deal is. He's like, I want to get off this fucking planet. He can't figure out how to get off the planet. So yeah, even Mraize mentions at one point, I don't know where all this happens. I don't know how far in you got stuff. I don't remember. I've only read this book twice. But one of the conversations she has with Mraize is like, what does he say about Thydakar? Like he like only comes in like avatar form. Like he's too busy to. It's like because he can't fucking come to your planet, you dumb bitch. It's like, Mraize, do you even know shit? I fucking hate Mraize. Yeah, it was. I picked up on so early. Let me see if I can find my tab. It's got to be a green tab because it was.
I have a Mraize question.
Yeah, I picked up on it early, but then like that Lord of Scars like solidified it. I was like,
yeah, it's like you're thinking it, and you're like, I don't want to sound dumb. Maybe I'm wrong. And then you see it, and you're like, oh, it's fucking Kelsier,
right?
It's literally like, don't make me come back to your planet and slap you around some more. And you're like, well, the only person we've ever seen that bitch slap around is fucking Thydakar. Is Kelsier. So I mean, fucking Kelsier set that up.
Wait, does that mean that Kelsier is also the only person Hoyt has hurt in the last several thousand years?
Yes, it is.
Yes, worth it.
Worth it. I love Kelsier, but I'm also like, yeah, slap that bitch.
Right?
I don't know what he's up to, and I'm scared.
I know.
Just
It
saying.
makes me question the fact that I love Calcier, and I'm like,
Like,
Yeah,
I love
I
Calcier,
I
but I
love
think he's up
him.
to some sketchy shit right now.
Yeah, it makes me wonder what his goals are that so don't align with everybody else's.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Yeah.
also, if you remember the beautiful little epilogue we get at Bands of Mourning before you read Secret History and find out that he's back, is like you see through like that coin that Wax is seeing, like him going to like saving all the Southern Scadrils and becoming their like fucking god. So he's been doing his own shit for a hot minute now,
doing some
and
stuff.
I don't know where is this.
Okay, what is your Marie's question?
Oh, my Marie's question was in the bit about 2/3 of the way through with Lift, when Lift gets captured. I think it might be a bit before that, where she sees the green chicken chasing a red chicken.
Yes.
Do we know who's the red chicken?
Okay,
was?
first of all, no, we don't. Oh, actually, okay, hang on. Like, let me backtrack for a second. First of all, I thought we confirmed this earlier on when first time you see Marie's with a chicken in a different book, but those are AVR from Six of the Dusk. Those are not normal chickens, and they do look like parrots. You were correct, but they're obviously not normal chickens because nothing's a fucking chicken on Earth. I hate them.
They're all chickens.
Those fucking stupid people naming everything a chicken. Yeah, no, those. So we don't know they're AVR. And if you remember the AVR from Six of the Dusk, the birds, they do special, like they have special things that happen. They do special things. We don't know what Marie's AVR does. And then the AVR that Lift rescues, by the way, that scene, she's like so fucking feral. Like the Marie's chicken like comes after her, and she's like, all right. She stands there, lets it scratch her in the face, and then bites his fucking wing. I'm like, this feral child, I would die for her. It's like so hardcore.
I love her.
I'm like, I don't know why people don't like Lift. I'm like, she just fucking bit this bird who's like real big and has these talons and it's coming at her, and she just doesn't even flinch. And she's like, lets it attack her, and then bites it. I love her.
Yeah.
But no, so the man, the fun little man that was dead, that the little red chicken was like crying over, it's mentioned that you can see he's missing some rings. And also he was in the fucking prologue, and he was the house steward, and he's the one who comes to tell Navani that Gavilar died, and he's wearing a lot of rings. And anybody who wears suspicious jewelry is a fucking Furochemist from Scadrial. So he's a world hopper. We don't know what his deal is, and he's dead now. Also, the woman in the flashbacks who gives Bentley the gem that has Ulam in it, accent with. First of all, you see her name and you're like, that sounds like a fucking terrorist person. Like, that's a terrorist. Yeah. She also had a lot of rings on, and she could just understand languages she didn't know. She just immediately spoke the fucking listener language. So she's also a Furochemist from Scadrial. So like, it's so much is in this book that it's like, yeah, I know. This is the point where it's like, you probably should read the other. You should probably
read everything
because you're just gonna start getting confused because it's all happening here. So yeah, we got so many. Happening. So yeah, those are AVR. We don't know what Marie's AVR does, and I really want to know. And now I want to know what Lift's AVR does, and if she's even going to realize it's doing something weird, because it's going to do something. They all do.
Notice.
She's not going to notice. She's like, this is my pet bird, and that's my chicken. This is my chicken. This is my chicken. Fucking love her.
It might start bringing her food.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, best friend.
Yeah, no, I'm really interested to see if she gets to keep the chicken, and if like how that relationship bonds, because she saved its life, and its previous like bonded owner is dead. So
has he said when he's going to write a Six of the Dusk?
So the thing about the Six of the Dusk sequel. Okay, so what happened was he actually wrote. It's not like a canon. It's not a finished thing, and you might not want to read it if you don't want to be spoiled for literally like the end of the Cosmere. But he put a thing out that's like an unedited, uncanonized thing. That's a sequel to the Six of the Dusk, and it takes place after Mistborn Era 4 or something like that. Is that right? It's way down the line, and we see some cool shit.
Six of the Dusk is the only one that they said that they actually have people that come from space.
Yes, yeah, it takes place.
It's the end.
See, the Six of the Dusk that you read doesn't really like. It's way down the line in the timeline, but it doesn't really like give away too much. But the thing he wrote that's not quite canon yet gives away a lot. But I mean, if you don't care to be spoiled about like magical mechanics that you might see, way down the line, then I would highly suggest reading it. But if you do, don't read it, because oh boy, are you gonna have a storm coming? I'm just saying, it's really cool.
Do you think we'll get like a proper novel one day?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think for sure we will get one eventually, or at least more short stories relate like in there.
I think what he released is like maybe 1,000 words. Like, it's very, very short.
It's very short, and Casey was asleep when I read it, and I was like crying because I needed someone to talk to about it. And the only person who was like awake in the Discord was Sarah, and I was like, Sarah, read this right now. And Sarah read it, and me and Sarah screamed about it for like 2 hours. And then Casey woke up, and I was like, read it right now, you bitch. Read it right now, you dumb fucking bitch. Read it. Because
I don't think I was even awake yet.
You were like, you got all those messages, and you're like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, you'll understand when you read it. 2 words. Blank blank.
I don't wanna
That's.
talk about it.
I'll post a link to it in the all Cosmere spoilers, which
Okay.
you're pretty much all allowed in now. Once Steph's done with bro, like you can just go in there. You can just go in there.
We just do what we want.
You can just go in there. Yeah, I remember Spence was like, I'm allowed in here now. And he was shook. He was like, I get to go inside. And I was like, it's pure nonsense mostly.
Pure nonsense.
What else do we want to talk about?
Okay, what else are we talking about?
So I do have to say, you will be satisfied that my opinion of Adeline changed. In the first 2 books, he was my least favorite human, and I really appreciate him after Oathbringer and Rhythm
Can we
Before.
talk about the fact that he's basically dead Spren Jesus right now?
Right? I was like,
Spren Jesus!
It was mostly because the dead eyes are all like congregating outside.
All the
of
dead
lasting
eyes congregating outside of lasting integrity, and they're like, why are there so many here? And I'm like, because Spren Jesus has arrived and he's gonna awaken them all.
he's going to resurrect. I'm so excited to see what happens, like, with Maya, like...
Maya, that scene breaks me every time.
We
Because
fucking
it's like-
chose!
The we chose scene, like, it's just so like emotional, and like also it's just such a revelation because like you had no idea this whole time, like as the reader and everybody in the world thought that the Radiants betrayed their Spren, like they betrayed them, they killed them, and it's like, no man, they chose together. They didn't know what the outcome would be, but it was a consensual decision that they chose together.
Yeah.
And it's like, and she's like, this was my sacrifice, like not yours, not his, my sacrifice, and you can't take that from me. And I was like, I'm like screaming. I would die for Maya Lauren. I love her so much, and I just can't wait to see like how this develops because it's like so much is gonna have to happen there. Like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I don't think Adolan's gonna like properly bond her and become like a normal Radiant, but I think there's like something because like after that moment, like he can feel her emotions. He's like feeling her and he's like giving her his strength, like literally. So they're like got a bond going, but it's just very different than what we're used to. So I don't know how it's gonna play out.
And I don't think he will be Radiant.
No, I don't think he's going to be a normal Radiant, but I think he is Spren Jesus, and I think he's just going to have to go wake up all the dead eyes, bring them all back.
He's like half Radiant. He's just rad.
He's half. He's
just rad. He is rad.
I just love his character development. How he went from like literally being someone I just did not like to like I really like this little puppy. Like
I told you, he's a puppy.
He is a puppy.
Golden retriever.
He just needed to be trained, apparently. Something.
He's just trying his best.
He's just rad. He's just. I'm tweeting it from the out of context Cosmere account, which also you can all follow now because no more spoilers.
Yay!
Oh wow, and you know it's full nonsense.
It is full nonsense because it's not like book quotes or anything, but it's like sometimes like it's literally just dumb shit we say about
like he's not Radiant, he's just rad.
Yeah, the last 2 from days, I'm like a baby bird looking for answer worms, which was fucking gold. And then Adolan is half Radiant. He's rad. That was fucking great.
Yeah.
I need that as well. I need that. I didn't know I needed that until this second.
Yeah. I think Maya made me realize that the reason Warbreaker is my favorite book is that I just really am into consent. Really value it. I'm proud of her and all of this.
Yes.
Oh my god, this wig is a hot mess.
That trial though was a hot mess.
Oh,
does this give life sense?
That okay, I could see that. Yeah, I've never like seen any actual proper theories about what Mariza's does, and I any theories throw them at me because I want to know. I want to.
Yeah, the trial where
that trial was.
I don't remember
ridiculous.
Adolan's line, but when Adolan is like, they're like coming at him over and over, and he sits back and he's like, obviously you've already decided and you do not have any honor, so like, you say what you want to say.
Yeah. But also
the
like
fact that his own like lawyer friend was like testifying against him, I was like, what?
Oh yeah, that was super funny. I was like, I honestly really liked that. I like that she was like, yeah, like I told you how to handle this trial, but also like, fuck the humans, fuck the Radiants. We ain't bonding no bitch. She was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And then the one Spren was like, I'm here to testify against you, and he just flips the script, causes a riot.
Yeah,
the inks are interesting.
They are.
Blended is cool because she was like, if I even start to like you a tiny bit, I'm gonna kill you just in case.
Yes.
Yes, this fucking line. Also, yeah, like when Nodum comes up to testify, and he has
Yeah.
like a piece of paper that he's gonna read off of, and then he just drops it, and he's like, "Honor is not dead as long as he lives on in the hearts of men." And they're dragging him out. They're like, "No, don't let him
Right?
speak." And I'm like, "This is
Causing
intense.
a
I'm
riot.
emotional. I love Nodum." Also, speaking of Nodum, we could go back to the scene when Adolin and Maya fucking fight like all those Tukari people to save him, because that scene is phenomenal. It's fucking badass. Like
That
Adolin
is great.
doesn't have a shard blade, has like
But
a fucking
also-
little side sword, running off on his own to go save this Spren against like 30 fucking like wild looking people who just are crazy.
But also we learn in that scene how Spren die, whereas they are hurt over and over again until like the pain drives them insane.
Insane.
Yeah,
Like that's the way to like kill
Kill a
a
Spren,
Spren
yeah.
in the cognitive realm, which is just like that's a lot to handle.
Or you just like
Maya's
stab
gonna
him
have
with
an
one of those
Adolin
special
blade.
daggers.
That's funny.
Oh, that's new, but yes.
Yeah. But yeah, and then that scene when like, because he's been doing his exercises with her, so he's like, "Oh yeah, let's do the exercise." So she's just like swinging her sword, not really fighting, but doing the exercise with him. So the people are all scared, and I'm like, I would die for this dead spread. I would die for her. And also, if you didn't put it together, those fucking Tukari bitches were clearly the people who were hunting Spren to bring into the physical realm for Ishar to dissect, because they were after that fucking honor Spren. They were like, that's why they were following the whole time. They were like, we're coming, because they're from the same place. They were Tukari. So that's a connection that I made, that like they're clearly crazy people working for Ishar, trying to bring Spren. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it.
But they're doing it. We don't. I would like to know how.
Yeah.
I'm loving that Bree's having a thought right as Eli, like 5 seconds before Eli sends a message in the chat. It's happened twice so far, and it's just really funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Eli and I are on like the same wavelength right now. As long as I don't talk about Shaylin. Throws him off. Just because of how I say her name.
Poor Shalon.
It's even better knowing that we're on a lag for.
Yeah. It is great. It is great.
Okay, what else?
Hey, Max just followed. Everybody's following the out of context Cosmere. Okay, yeah, let me
There's
get my doc.
so much to talk about in this fucking book.
And we're going all over the place now, so I don't know where we're at. I don't know what we're talked about.
Okay, I'm gonna-
God, this is so hard to read.
Can we talk about dragons, please?
Okay, so
Yes, we can talk about the dragon.
you're not gonna expect what I'm gonna tell you here. First of all, yeah, we get the line. Hang on, I'll pull it up so I can get the direct line. Hello. It should be this
Good morning.
one. Yeah. Where does he say the thing about the dragon? It's on this page somewhere. Oh yeah.
The dog and the dragon.
This, on the other hand, is also, I just love him explaining. Let's just backtrack real quick. So I have this line here when he's explaining what a dog is. He's like, "This is a dog, Kaladin. They're fluffy and loyal and wonderful." Kaladin's like, "I don't know what a dog is. It looks weird. It's hairy." And then he's like showing a dragon with like the light weaving, and he's like, "I know of just one on Roshar, and she prefers to hide her true form." Now, people immediately started speculating who the fucking dragon was, right? We had theories going, and Sanderson just fucking told us after the book came out.
Yeah,
And there's
he
a
just
wall-
told us.
He just told us, and I was like, okay. So, do you want me to tell you who the dragon is?
Yeah.
It's cultivation. That bitch is a dragon. One of our
Okay.
gods on Roshar is a fucking dragon, which
So
is funny.
that a dragon is holding the shard?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
dragon.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, no, not everybody who took up the shards of Adonalzium at the original shattering were human or human shaped, I should say. But yeah, she's a dragon. And in the scene where after we'll have to talk about this, after Taravangian takes up Odio.
Fucking.
And she comes to him and he talks about how like he can see like a different form behind her, like she's presenting like as kind of like humanish, but he's like he sees another form behind her, so it's like, yeah, she's a fucking dragon. But also I don't think Tanavast Honor, I think he was like human, right? But like they were a thing, they were together. Just so y'all know. Also, I don't remember what her full name is, but she has like the greatest full name. It's like Cora Velium Avast something, she who brings the dawn. She has a whole fucking title and I love it for her.
Does that
But
mean
it's called cultivation.
Tanavast is basically Donkey from Shrek?
Yes!
Yes.
Yes, it does! Bitch is a dragon fucker.
Guys.
Yeah. And if you recall, I don't actually know if I confirmed this for all of you, but in the letters, are those the letters in Way of Kings, Casey? Letters in Way of Kings and Words of Radiance, where like one of the epigraphs is like Hoyd writing a letter to someone and he addresses them as you old reptile. He's talking to another just dragon buddy he has, and then the reply was a dragon. His name is Frost. This is all we know about him.
Okay.
We'll probably meet him when we get our final fucking Cosmere books, which is going to be Hoyd's story, which is going to be called Dragonsteel, which is going to be after Stormlight 10 and Mistborn Era 4 at the very fucking end of the line. Corvallian the Vast. She who brings the dawn. Yeah, that's her name. Fucking love her.
I'm so happy in the epigraphs that there is a shard called Whimsy.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, hang on.
I'm so happy about that.
Can I just tell you? Okay. So we've been here in this Cosmere fandom a hot minute, right? And so we've been asking. We've been like, Sanderson, could you tell us another shard name? Can you like drop us a hint? And he's like, well, I can't. I'm not going to drop anything.
One more.
He's like, I'm not going to tell you anything until he's like, I know like the general idea of what they are, but I want to wait till I'm sure to canonize them. So I don't want to tell you guys. So he would never say them in a wob. And the fact we got 4 fucking new ones in the span of 2 epigraphs back to back blew everyone's fucking minds. He was like, oh yeah, Mercy, Whimsy, Valor, Invention. These bitches. And we're just like, are you fucking kidding me? So now we're only missing the names of 2 shards, I believe. Is it 2?
I think it's 2.
I think it's 2. So yeah, we have all shards accounted for except for 2. Which blew my fucking mind.
Is it 1?
Oh, are we only missing 1? Oh my god. That's insane.
I just want to say you are all robbed by not being able to see my facial reactions to what's going on.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Oh yeah, the actual in text, because that wasn't in text until this point of
endowment. Oh, that's true, but I counted that already.
We knew about it.
Endowment is the shard on Northis. She's Warbreaker's shard mommy. Yes. Shard mommy. I'm so tired, you guys.
We just realized what she said.
I said shard mommy, and then it took a minute to sink in. Then I said shard mommy. I stand by that.
Can I guess that if a dragon and a human can both hold a shard, they're from the same place? Originally.
Do we know? Is it confirmed, y'all? In the chat, let me know if all of the shard rollers were they all from Yolan?
What's
I don't
Yolan?
actually remember. Yolan's like the OG. It's where Hoyd's from, right? It's like the OG.
Yeah, it's the OG planet.
Okay.
And I think that are they all from Yolan? Somebody, let me know. Eli, you probably know. Josh, somebody.
Eli, are they from Yolan?
Eli, are they all from Yolan? I don't remember, and I don't want to look it up.
Can you just?
We assume everyone is from Yolan, the original planet. Okay, right.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just dragons and humans and maybe other. I don't know. Chilling on Yolan together. Yeah.
Wait, is the sibling half dragon then?
Oh god, I didn't think about that. Oh my god.
Oh.
Because yeah, she's from Culty and Honor. Oh my god.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Ruin, Preservation, Cultivation, Odium, Honor, Endowment, Ambition, Devotion, Dominion, Valor, Invention, Mercy, Whimsy, Autonomy.
Which was the one that's straight up dead?
There's a few. Devotion and Dominion are from Cell, and they're both dead. Or splintered. Dead splintered. Honor is dead, obviously. Odium killed that bitch. Ruin and Preservation, we know they're dead because we watched that happen, and now it's Harmony. And who else is dead? Ambition. Ambition is dead. Saze mentions that in one of his, and yes, that was Saze.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, I think all of you picked up on that being Saze in the epigraphs. Okay, I'm pretty sure you all got that, so I didn't have to say nothing.
We're
I'm
all
like,
what?
you're all on top of it, and I'm so proud.
No, we weren't asking if they had to be Yolan. Just that if the original ones were all from Yolan. But
Yeah,
you
they were
don't
from-
have to be Yolan.
Oh yeah, you don't have to be Yolish to pick up a shard. I mean, we saw Harmony pick up a shard, so and Finn.
No, the sibling's half dragon now. That's accepted as canon to me.
Do we know anything else about Ambition other than it's dead? Is that it?
I don't
remember what we know about Ambition. Let me look. What do we know about Ambition? Sometimes I just sing myself. I'm sorry.
Is that only 14? I didn't count. Oh yeah, so 14 and 16. Okay. So we have 2 left. Yeah, one of people's favorite, because everyone's talking about what the ones that we haven't seen yet, what they could mean.
Yeah, because these all are shards of the original Ad Nauseam. So it's what other pieces could come from, what we have, we've seen the different pieces. So what's missing in this lineup from the OG God? Ambition was killed shortly after the Shattering. She didn't last long. She at one point visited the Threnodite system. It is uncertain whether or not Ambition once had a system of investiture associated with her.
Is Threnodite Shadow Silence?
Yes.
Right,
Yes, that's
okay.
correct. That's Serenity. Yes.
I feel bad that Ambition died so early. I
Yeah.
feel like they had so much they wanted
Odium?
to do.
They had
Odium
such
killed.
ambition.
They had such ambition. Yeah, Odium killed her, right? And then doesn't say that like Mercy was involved in that or something.
I
Where's
think
that
Mercy
from?
helped,
Yeah, like so we know one thing about Mercy now. Hang on, let me see.
which is interesting because the shard name is Mercy.
Mercy
Yeah.
killing. So
yeah,
maybe it was just
exactly.
less
Mercy
painful
killing.
that way.
Yeah, it's because it's in yeah. Look at that kitty.
Hi, kitty.
I love the cat drive by.
Also,
Just trying to hide her butthole from the camera.
don't look at my butt. There's so many fucking Yeah, it was just like Stace fucking came in and just started just spewing fucking facts at us.
Right?
Oh, also, if you
Speaking-
didn't, we talked about this at the I think at the end of the Bands of Mourning, but just to refresh your memory, there's an epigraph here from Sayes that says, I have begun searching for a pathway out of this conundrum by seeking the ideal person to act on my behalf. Someone who embodies both preservation and ruin. A sword, you might say, who can both protect and kill. Now, mind you, Miss Brianna 2 comes after this book. So, and Wax literally refers to himself as Harmony's sword. He's like, I'm not Harmony's hands, I'm his sword. So, that's presumably he's talking about Wax, and he's priming Wax up for something.
Oh, man.
Where does it say the thing with Mercy? Oh, here it is. Yeah, that said, the most worrying thing I discovered in this was the wound upon the spiritual realm where ambition, mercy, and odium clashed, and ambition was destroyed. The effects on the planet Threnody have been disturbing. So technically, I mean, it doesn't actually say that Mercy was on Odium's side of the clash. It just says that they clashed. But I mean, presumably, if Mercy's still alive, I assume they were not against Odium then. Right? I don't really know. I don't know anything. I'm just speculating.
I mean, cultivation survived, but that might be because she's a dragon.
She's a dragon, and that bitch.
It's
Do you want to talk about
sneaky.
cultivation? Do you want to talk about cultivation? Because that bitch has plans, and I'm scared.
Right?
Okay, so she was planning this the whole fucking time with Taravangian, making him a dumb bitch, making him a smart bitch, giving him the answers, making him stupid as hell.
Right?
And he's like, he has this thought when she's like explaining things to him, and he's like, "Oh, you like beautiful creature, you have no idea what you've done." And I'm like, she doesn't know what she's done.
No, I know. I was like, oh, no.
Okay, so y'all, there's so many. And also in those Say's epigraphs, like that won't stay on my face. He keeps talking about how you need to not be worried about the fucking vessel. You need to be worried about the shard. He's like, Raze is a dumb bitch. You're too worried about Raze. Like, fuck Raze. It's the power that matters. And that was like foreshadowing because it's like, yeah, it's the power that matters. We didn't kill the power. We killed Raze. The power is still there, and now it's in the hands of a very clever, crafty man who is ruthless as hell. And I'm
Right?
scared as shit. The second he picks up the shard of Odium as well, he like has that moment where he's like, I have the power, I must burn and destroy and conquer. And then he's like, no, I must play, no, I must burn. And it's like he's like,
Yeah, it was like,
and I'm
struggling
like
against it.
shaking in my boots. And she's like, yeah, like it will like overpower you like it did Raze if you're not careful. And I'm like, please don't be careful. I'm
This
scared
is-
of shit, girl.
This is an interesting and terrifying theory.
Yeah, I do think the theory, I like the theory of Lift taking her place, because why did she? Because like even Sha'anat in the interlude
why
says that
else
I know
would?
of 3 that she's touched specifically, you, Dalinar, and Lift. And the way that Lift's, the fact that she like burns life light, is what we figured out that it's called, instead of
Yeah.
Stormlight, and is different. So it's like literally cultivation's light is what she's on. So I was like, oh, I can see that being a thing.
Raze is like whatever. Todium scares me so much.
Yeah. Oh, also that's what we call Taravangian Odium. We call him Todium.
Yeah.
It's the literal like fandom term. Some say Teravodium, but it's not as fun. I just say Todium. So
Todium's
if we
way
say
better.
Todium, we mean Taravangian Odium, no longer Raze. Yeah, no, guys, I'm scared as shit.
Because no one knows.
If there's Razium, the god metal, could
Yes.
somebody from Nalthis use it?
In what way?
Nalthis.
From Scadrial, sorry.
Okay, so I think all of the gods have god metals. I think that was like what's confirmed here when we learned about Razium, that they all have fucking god metals. And then we were like, do they all have their own fucking tones too? Because there's a lot of tones up on this planet.
There's a lot of tones.
I don't know, but I don't know that. We probably have a wob on that. I know someone's asked, like if Mistborn could like burn it or something, like what it would do.
I have
But
a
I don't-
question.
Let me check.
Yeah.
Does Hoyt have a medal, and is it aluminum? Because nobody could do anything to him.
I mean, Hoyd has a medal, right? He took some fucking Lerasium, so he's straight up.
I don't think he has a medal. He's not a shard.
He's not a
I think
shard.
just the shards have medals.
Yeah,
As
he
it's
doesn't
been
have
said
like
multiple times. He refused to take up one of the powers.
Yeah, but he did hold a Dawnshard, which is what's
secret
interesting to me. The fact that he was a Dawnshard, but he wouldn't take up one of the shards. Yeah,
that's more.
What was I looking up? I forgot.
Rasium.
Rasium. Oh, I've already searched it before. Look at me go. Rasium. Of course I did. Bronze misting sea. Oh, that makes sense because there is technically like a pulsing that they hear on schedule. I remember I made that note during this reread of Mistborn. I forgot about it. That was so long ago, you guys. When we read Mistborn, it was so long ago.
So long ago. But it's so heavily infested, it would be difficult to allomantically burn. It would be like trying to burn a heavily infested metal line. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. I was trying to look and I did not.
So even if they could burn it, who knows what would?
Yeah.
We'd have to get.
There's no way to know.
To figure out what it would do. Okay. Oh, I wrote a bit. Hold on. Let me look this up. Okay, that's not relevant. Okay, what else do you want to talk about?
Anybody else got anything, or should we just pull topics out of our ass? Because I mean, I can.
So much.
I
love the therapy with Kaladin.
Yes, Kaladin
Oh
has
my
therapy.
Finally.
It's the best thing. Like, it's God, Roshar needed it. Okay, the only therapy on this planet is Hoyt telling stories, and he doesn't do it enough.
Right? Like, let's just shove all these people in dark rooms by themselves, and that's gonna help, right?
So scary.
Great ideas.
Therapy
Yeah.
is what I've been rooting for the whole
I remember you like pointing this out like early on in Stormlight, like in one of the earlier books, and you were like, "These people need therapy. Like, why isn't there therapy on this planet?" And I was like, "Oh, Katrina is coming. Kaladin's gonna invent therapy.
I hope that they get a spren just for this.
Therapy spread.
Therapy spread.
That'd be pretty great, honestly.
Now that Syl in the real world can take normal size and hold Kaladin's hand, are they going to fall in love?
No.
Are we going to get Kaladin Syl?
There are people who ship this ship, but they're few and far in between. It's not a popular.
Also,
a lot of people think it's real weird.
Also, she could always go full size if she wanted.
Yeah,
to.
she did it in Way of Kings.
She does it in.
She just doesn't like you have that point of view from Teft when he's talking about his Spren Fenderon and how she prefers to stay like full size, like she's always big. So I think it's just like a preference thing for them.
But she is getting more like physical substance. Like he can faintly feel her head on his shoulder.
Yeah, and like she's getting better at like changing her clothes. She gets her little Bridge 4 uniform she's wearing all the time and stuff. And she impersonates Void Spren by like changing her clothes to look red and stuff, and it's so cute.
Yeah, and he was like, just put a mask on and make that red.
Yeah, it's not a popular ship, but there are people who ship it.
I don't ship it.
I will say I think the most popular new ship out of Rhythm of War was Kaladin and Leshwi. People are real on the Kaladin and Leshwi train, and honestly, I can see it.
Kaladin related. Okay.
I can see it this time.
Maybe. I'm still on the Kaladin loving himself.
Yeah, no, that's all. I don't.
Kaladin
also,
and the
how
puppies.
did anybody feel when you start this book and it's like, yeah, a year has passed and we missed Kaladin just dating Lynn, the
I was
runner,
a little
and
upset
they
by
dated
that.
and already broke up, and we don't. And I'm like, why? What was the point?
And
seriously, what
everyone was
the point?
roasting him.
Unimportant.
Yeah,
very
it's
unimportant.
such like I think the whole point of it was to like kind of like go with the fact that like a year has passed, so like they did try to like kind of get back into like normal life routines in that time, and it's like, oh yeah, like they're dating and like doing normal things, but I'm like, do it with someone else besides Kaladin. It doesn't fit. It doesn't sound right. It does not make sense. Listen, just let that boy be happy with himself.
It
You
also
don't need no
doesn't
one else.
fit. I feel like it doesn't fit with Lynn. I feel like she's
As
very
well, yeah.
aware in Oathbringer of like the societal expectations and everything that's happening. So I feel like for her to enter that relationship just doesn't seem right because there are probably so many shitty rumors about her.
Yeah.
Because people are shitty.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I just don't want it to happen at all.
I see him
but I can. After the first read through, like a lot of people were on the Kaladin Leshwi train. I was like, why? But rereading it, I see it. It's like every time they go somewhere where there's radiance infused, they're like, where's Stormblast? Where's Leshwi? They're just looking for each other, and they like have their little honorable fights. I'm like, all right, I see it. I at least see why people ship it.
I can see it, but it's still. I have yet.
I just don't want. I just don't ship him with anybody. Is the thing.
I don't.
I ship him with happiness. Give that boy
yes
some goddamn happiness.
Give him some puppies.
I'm gonna
Give
need
him a
like
dog.
2 more years of therapy for him before I approve any relationship.
Just give him puppies.
Like that boy does not need.
That dog is a hero, and he needs a dog.
That's what, like my favorite
storming hero.
That dog is a storming hero. It's like my favorite line in all of fucking Stormlight. That dog is a storming hero. It's the best.
Hold on, where did it go?
Yeah,
I doing a road trip.
Yeah. It's implied that book 5 we're getting a Kaladin Zeth Nightblood road trip to Shinovar. So people think Kaladin's gonna be the dog. We think there might be dogs in Shinovar. So
we hope there are. That sounds like it could be a really bad buddy cop movie.
Kaladin and Zeth going on a road trip together. Also, meanwhile, this happening in the final 10 days.
Right.
Mind you, the final fucking 10 days. It's gonna be fun. Like, I'm gonna enjoy that part. I'm not gonna enjoy anything else that's happening.
I also ship me with sleep.
Yeah, same. God, you guys. Okay, so our friend Alex was making fun of me when they started reading it before us because they read really slow. So when we were reading Rhythm for the first time, and you get like those first few chapters of Kaladin, it's talking about how he's got like super bad insomnia, and when he does sleep, he's got these terrible nightmares. And Alex was like, "Oh, you're extra Kaladin in this one because like I am Kaladin," and I was like, "Wow, I'm like so called out right now with the sleep deprivation and the nightmares, bro. Why?
That would be such a good road trip.
Footlift and her little bird."
Like she like sneaks off with them, like
she just like they're already like 2 days in, and then she just pops up out of nowhere, like she's been training them.
She just like pops out their luggage.
Like, I mean, I assume they're gonna fly though, because like both Zeth and Kaladin, Skybreaker, Windrunner, they got the fly, so I assume they're flying.
The flies.
I just assume that he's already in their rations.
Yeah, she's in their bags.
Yeah. Yes. Oh. God, I love Lift.
I do.
I do too.
I'm hoping we get more Nightblood.
I think we're gonna have to. I feel because this next book is this is the Zeth book, and Zeth has Nightblood. Yeah. So I think we're gonna get Zeth flashbacks in book 5, which will be real fucking interesting.
I'm excited.
I still don't understand what a truthless is. All this time later, I don't understand what a truthless is.
There's not a real explanation.
No, there isn't. And like in that scene with Ishar, when like Zeth is like, "Why do you have my father's blade?" and like all this stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, no, your father gave it to me willingly after I killed him." Like,
yeah, like he gave it to me.
And like Zeth has some weird lines there where he says something about how like, "No, we were never gonna give your blades back. Like we kept your secrets." Like he knows shit that we don't know about the heralds, and like the Shin knows shit. Like, so I'm excited for his book. We're gonna learn some shit. We're gonna learn so much in this book. Oh my god, we're gonna learn so much in this book. It's like I keep asking for answers, but like honestly, I'm real scared, guys. I don't know if
I know, right?
It's interesting though because it seems like the Shin were given like the honor blades to like protect, and then the Horn Eaters obviously protect the perpendicularity. So it's there's stuff going on here.
Yeah. Like plans were made, but now the heralds are all crazy as shit.
This is terrifying.
What's this?
That is terrifying.
Yeah. Anybody got? I mean, we'll get into big theories in the wrap up party. But anybody got any theories on who? Obviously, we know Dalinar's picking himself as his champion. But do we have any theories? Allegedly. Yeah, I know how Navani's like. You're not gonna pick Kaladin, like. He's better, sweetie.
I don't think so. There was like a throwaway line that made me think something that it might not end up being Dalinar either.
I think it's going to be Dalinar.
If Dalinar's choosing, he's going to choose himself. Like, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't, unless like he gets seriously injured and can't. But like, he can heal.
Yeah,
I don't see any reason.
I don't know, but there was this like
something weird would have to happen, which I'm not saying it won't.
I'm not right. It's Sanderson.
Can I just bring back the thing that scares me the most? Okay. So I know Gavinar. The little boy, Elocarson, is like a 5-year-old. I get it. Okay, he's not an infant. But there's a death rattle in the epigraphs of book 1 that's like, I hold the suckling child in my hands, a knife to his throat, and all who live wish me to like kill. I don't remember the exact word, but kill the kid and like bring us more time. It's like I just think there's gonna be a child that Dalinar can't kill, and therefore he's gonna have to forfeit, and it would be Gavinar, because who else would it be? I'm just saying, but I don't know how Odium's gonna convince that kid because, like, they have to consent. That's in the wording. They have to consent to being the champion. But what if he just starts talking to this kid and is like, "I can promise you revenge for the man responsible for killing your daddy," and then just like puts him up against Downer? Like, that little 5-year-old is like, "I want to kill the man who killed my dad. I'm gonna." And that's like all we get from him. It's so traumatizing.
I just remember reading that scene where I'm like, why would you take a 5-year-old to battle? Like,
I think he just wants to keep him close.
Yeah.
I saw you yelling about that in the Discord, and I was like, yeah. But that's just, that's the fucking stupid Alethi way, man. They're dumb bitches.
Right. No, I don't think it's gonna be Ashar.
I don't.
With
as who's as Odium's champion? What if Tom was the champion? Can we get that boy some help? I love Tom. I like that moment. Sorry, what? What happened?
Max was gonna say something.
With how much they emphasized how the fight is not necessarily going to be a contest of strength.
Yeah.
Or like something.
Because the terms are set regardless of who wins.
But like the actual contest, we don't know what it's going to be. But it probably won't be like a straight up duel.
It is to the death. That's all we know. It is a fight to the death. That's the wording.
Okay.
But that could mean so many different
I mean, yeah, there's room there. Hang on, I have the wording. I wrote the entire fucking thing down in my doc. Hang on.
I kind of feel like Renarin could be in the running to be a champion.
Oh my god.
No.
I will.
The thing. Okay, so the one thing that scares me about that now that Taravangian is Odium is like he knew about the blind spot that Renarin was to Odium, so he's gonna either try to like bring him to his side or kill him quickly because he's gonna blind him to shit. Right, it's gonna still work, and he knows that it's Renarin, and he knows why that is. Like he's got information that's gonna scare the shit out of me. I don't want to. Anyways, hang on, let me find. I wrote down the entire quote of the terms.
Oh, I think it's gonna be the second thing where he tries to deal with Renarin quickly.
Yeah, like I think that's gonna be something he tries to do real fucking fast.
However,
like I don't see why he wouldn't.
However, we're getting more Truth Watchers now that are bonded
that's
to Fred.
True.
So it's not going to be just Renarin.
To me, Relay. Listen.
That's my Relay day.
I fucking love Relay and the best crab boy on the fucking planet. I love him so fucking much. Where is it?
Me too.
Okay, so I wrote down the entire line for the final terms that they agreed to at the very end when Odium comes to him. And these were the final terms are these: a contest of champions to the death. On the 10th day of the month Pala, 10th hour, we each send a willing champion, allowed to meet at the top of Uruthuru, otherwise unharmed by either side's forces. If I win that contest, you will remain bound to the system, but you will return Alethkar and her Daz to me, with all of their occupants intact. You will vow to cease hostilities and maintain the peace, not working against my allies or our kingdoms in any way. Agreed, Odium said, but if I win, I keep everything I've won, including your homeland. I still remain bound to this system and will still cease hostilities, as you have said above, but I will have your soul to serve me immortal. Will you do this? Because I agree to these terms. And I agree to these terms. So I think we're losing. I think we're going to get fucking fused Dalinar sent into the fucking Cosmere to blow shit up, and I'm fucking scared. Because if Odium has Dalinar and he's turned into like a crazy-ass fused... I mean, we've seen what Dalinar's like when he's not like the good, honorable man. We've seen the Blackthorn, and we don't want that unleashed on the rest of the Cosmere, and I think that's what's about to happen. I don't think Book 5's ended on a good note. I think we're going to lose this shit. I don't think so
either.
I think we're losing this shit, y'all.
No. I think we're losing.
And then
I feel like we could have implied that already because of the red-eyed people in Era 2 Mistborn.
Okay, so I was literally just watching a Shardcast episode about Mistborn Era 2 stuff, and there is theories that the Faceless Immortals are fused.
I think they are, definitely. Yeah.
Which is interesting because a lot of people don't. There is a lot of discussion about Trell being related to Odium now that we've seen Odium change hands. But I don't think that's the case. But it would be interesting if that's just like also playing a role in that, and it's not. It's like a whole different faction going on in Mistborn shit. But. Okay, sorry, what's going on here?
So much for my brain.
Eli
Another Kraken theory. This is the only reason he cannot break his word is that it would open him up to an attack by cultivation, which means that he can break the terms of the deal so long as he sweet talks Corvellium into not taking her opening against him.
No, I think it's still I think his word was done as Odium, so whoever holds that shard has to keep that word.
I think, yeah. Also, yeah, no, I remember when we first read this, we were like, but also Taravangian made a deal with Odium prior about sparing Carbrinth and all that stuff. So like, does that deal still hold now that he is Odium? That's also got to stay in place, right? Like, he's got a spare Carbrinth because he made that deal with Odium, and now he's Odium. But I don't think he can still break the deal because the deal was already set, right? I think so. Like, I think he still has to hold to that.
I think any deal made with Odium is still linked to the shard, because there's also the part where like he can't harm Hoyd, which was also obviously not Teravain.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. I don't agree. I'm still on the autonomy train just because it makes sense to me.
I don't know who I'm on, but I don't think it's Todium.
I think Todium could be playing a role out there. I think he's going to send fucking Dalinar out into the fucking Cosmere to kill people when he gets his soul. Oh god, I don't want to think about that. Oh my god,
I have no idea. I mean, I guess
right.
So. The thing is, like, obviously they're picking their champion, but the champion has to consent. They have to be a willing champion. Is the wording? I checked.
You think we're gonna meet Mercy?
Oh,
that'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. Wait, what was? I don't remember what else.
Okay, like that's not possible, but it has. Okay.
BRB one second.
Yeah. No, I agree to that. That it would weaken him. I like this person lurking behind you, Katrina.
I waved at him. Totally. Hey, dude. Hey, airport guy.
That's pretty great.
What you doing, dude?
It's like, I'm totally not trying to see what this girl's doing. I'm just like,
I'm just next to all of the chargers at the gate. So everyone's just also charging their phones.
It's fine.
He's also not wearing his mask correctly.
Right. It should be over your nose, sir.
Yeah, I think that we're going to lose the contest. And I definitely think that the theory is that Gavinor is going to somehow be convinced to be the champion for Odium.
Who will the champion be?
There's no contest. You're just like, please no. Please no.
Do it.
I think I like the theory that it's Gavinor, because Dalinar will not kill that child. Like, there's no fucking, he will forfeit. No. I don't think the child will be able to kill. I mean, I guess he could. I mean, if Dalinar didn't fight back, but I feel like what could happen. We got 10 days, guys. There's like so much has to happen. 10 fucking. We come into Rome. We're like, oh, a year has passed. Weird. And we get to the end of Rome. We're like, we're gonna immediately pick up off like the next day. This is the first of the final 10 days. Thanks, L, you mysterious bastard in the epigraphs, for telling me that. First of the
that brief like sighting of L that we get, by the way, is literally terrifying.
Yeah, when he kills
when, the pursuer wakes up.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, no, I wanted to bring you back so I could decide. I could see if I can really kill you for real, because no one cares about you. No one cares about you, sir. Yeah, everybody in the fandom's like really glad that the pursuer was like a one-book villain because he was pretty lame.
Yeah,
but everybody's so really sad that Raboniel was on one-book villain because she was fabulous.
I love her.
Raboniel!
She was so interesting.
She was so good. Like, she just had so much depth and intrigue. And, like, while she was still working for herself, she was still just so interesting and had so many interesting thoughts and things. And, like, her relationship with Navani throughout the book was so good.
They held hands and sang.
They did.
Yeah.
They put out a new hit single. Rhythm of War.
Listen, that's my favorite joke I've ever made.
if you watch my Rhythm of War vlog from a year ago, that's like a joke Casey makes in the video. Is like, yeah, Navani and Raboniel's new hit single coming to iTunes. The Rhythm of War coming out now. Like, I was like, literally, it's so good. We will see Raboniel Harrow flashbacks is likely. I think that was confirmed, right? I think people asked.
I think so.
My favorite genocide. There's a lot to choose from, and yeah, she's my favorite genocidal monster. It's sad that there's so many to pick from, you know?
I still think my favorite's Dalinar, but like
that's true. Yeah, no, I like Dalinar more than I like Raboniel, but Raboniel.
I do love Raboniel.
The child option. See, the child option doesn't seem obvious to me, which is why I like the theory. But I also like it because of the death rattle. Also, speaking of death rattles, you guys remember us going over the death rattles in book 1? Yeah. And how like most of these are foreshadowing for things that you will see come. One of them came out in this book, and it's the scene where Kaladin swears his ideal in the storm. He jumps down to save his dad. Yeah. He gets to swear his ideal in the storm, and the death rattle is in the storm. I awaken, falling, spinning, grieving. That's one of the death rattles from book 1, and that's we got to see that scene here. And that's also a scene that Sanderson was planning. He'd already had that scene planned for 10 years. He's been planning that scene for so long, and he was so excited to write it.
I really thought he was gonna Gwen Stacy his dad.
I did too. I really did too.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be so shitty to be like, I accept that I can't save everyone, and then it's but I'm gonna save my dad, and then dad just doesn't make it. Like, why
I mean, that's what I thought was gonna happen. 1,000%.
Yeah, I really thought it was.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have laughed because it would have been
worst
so
dad
sad.
ever.
I was still crying. I was still crying about the death that happened before that, which I'm still not over and will never get over because my favorite fucking person.
That was sad.
I'm like, I'm weeping. I'm weeping right now. Just literally the worst Stormlight death for me. The worst one.
Okay. So my flight's gonna start boarding in 10 minutes. So I love you all. I gave Rhythm of War a 4 out of 5 stars. And or crabs, however you want to rate it.
4 out of 5 crabs.
I'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
All right, bye. Have a safe flight.
Have a safe flight.
Okay.
Yeah, I really thought that he was just gonna. Oops.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When Navani swore her first thing though, that was the best moment in the whole book.
That fucking moment when she's like, also she has that moment when she's like, bond me, and the siblings like, no, Navani, you're not worthy. And of course we cut to someone else right at that moment, but then we come back to her and she's like, that's a lie. And it was, I am worthy. That moment when she accepts it herself and says it herself, and I was like crying. I was like, finally the bitch sees it in herself because no one else ever did.
Right. But journey before destination.
You bastard!
It's such a good line
of the book. It's so good.
And
like,
he still isn't dead. That's the only thing that made me upset.
No,
like
he's
he's
got more
not
to do.
dead.
No, but he's blind now, which is
He's
interesting.
blind
He can't heal from it. He's blind, and I don't know why he can't heal. It's
Yeah,
weird.
It's like he can't hear, and like I'm really interested to see his point of views now. I mean, I hate his point of views, but I'm really interested to see how they're written because so much of Sanderson's descriptions are visual, which makes
That's true. So how he's going to do it with
how
someone who's
is
blind?
he going to write it with someone who's blind? Because obviously Sanderson is not blind.
Yeah, I assume he'll probably get more beta readers for that as well.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
But, yeah.
beta listeners.
Beta listeners, yeah, literally. But yeah, I just I have a lot of feelings.
Do we have any more information about who Elle is?
Nope, I don't think
is that
so.
a mystery?
It's a sweet little mystery. It's a sweet little mystery. All his epigraphs are talking about how like they shouldn't hate the humans and they should want to use the humans and their beautiful art and all this. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Who are you?
What is going on?
I was just so hung up on the fucking like first of the final 10 days part of the line that I'm like, I don't even care what this bitch is saying. I'm scared.
He's just a scary dude.
He's just a scary dude.
For real.
He's like Giovanni from Pokemon.
Yeah,
just
no,
like
I have no
Shadow
idea
Man.
what's going on with Elle. I assume we will see more of Elle in the next book, presumably.
Ellen is Elle.
What?
Okay, you know what? Don't pull your crack ass theories into this. I can't handle that.
I can't, but like my brain wants to be like, oh, okay, yeah.
I mean,
no.
I'm just saying, we do know another person who's gone by Elle in the Cosmere, and it's Ellen Venture. But he's dead, man. That bitch passed into the beyond. We saw it happen.
We did.
We
saw
it
happen.
happen. He's happily beyond.
Just a terrifying bro. Exactly. He's just a
terrifying bro.
Everybody's terrifying in this book.
I like that we infected Eli with the bros. I forgot we did that.
We did that during November. Brovember.
It was the whole thing. Okay, the Night Watchers.
I've been wondering that too.
I mean, I assume she's gonna have to get one, right? Like everybody's loading up.
Everybody's getting
ready.
Everybody's getting radiant. So
yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like that would also have to come down to like Cultivation's plan, because the one time we see the Night Watcher in the Dalinar flashback in Oathbringer, it seems like she definitely just defers to Cultivation and is like, Cultivation's her mommy.
What do you want, Mom?
Brody and Brodinalzi and Brodol.
Wasn't that a tweet we made?
Was it? Oh, we did bro. It was the Devotion Dominion. It was Brominion and Brovotion.
Oh yeah.
Killed me just like Odium killed them or something like that. Yeah, that was the tweet.
No, that was a tweet.
Ooh, yeah. Also, yeah, let's talk about that moment when Venli gets to see her mom again at the end, because I'm emo about it. Like, in my note, I said she shows up 15 minutes late with Starbucks, and I was like, actually, a year late with Will Shaper Spren.
Right?
But she shows up, and she's like, I y'all shouldn't trust me, but, like, I come bearing Radiant Spren if y'all want to take part in this shit. And then her mom bonds a Spren, and then she, like, sees her, like, really sees her, and I'm like, I'm emo about it.
It's like Oprah, where she's just, like, throwing Spren out.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a Will Shaper, and you're gonna be a Will Shaper, and you can be a Will Shaper. Yeah.
It was like that. Oh my gosh, the death scene with Ajani.
Where like she gets to like ride the storm and like see everything.
Yes.
It's a lot.
It's
beautifully tragic.
It is a lot, but it's such nice closure because like so many people in the fandom also really loved Eshonai, and everybody, because we always knew that this book was going to be the Eshonai flashback book. So we're like, oh, Eshonai's going to come back, and he's like, no. Just because you know who a flashback book's going to be doesn't mean that character's going to be alive. And then he interspersed them with Venli because he was kind of telling the two sides of what was happening during all that.
But Eli, you now have to make this. You have to make this meme. Go for it.
Make the meme. Make the meme. Make that meme with Venli and her Spren. Also, okay, can we take a second to talk about what's up with the fucking Chasm Fiend that's just like the pet of these listeners now?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Okay, I want you to know, because first of all, we see in one of the flashbacks when Eshonai goes out into the storm with her mom to take war form for the first time, she sees a fucking Chasm Fiend like pop up and just like look at her and then go away, and I assume it's the same one because it didn't hurt her.
I'm assuming
that we see at the end.
Just chilling,
and I want you to know, the immediate theory was, is the Chasm Fiend the dragon? And then Sanderson was like, nah, man, cultivation's a dragon, so he immediately killed that theory. So then I'm like, what the fuck's up with the Chasm Fiend then? Why is this Chasm Fiend just like... What was
my immediate theory? I don't remember.
I mean, our immediate theory was the dragon thing, so it had to be something after
that. It was something else.
I think it makes perfect sense that the Chasm Fiend is there, because in that flashback she talks about how her people see this as if they're sharing the land.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an allegory towards, if you know anything about like Native American culture and how like we are one with, like we pay homage to, and so we do not own this.
Yeah.
So
there's that moment as well with the Chasm Fiend in the flashback where she's talking with the human and they see the Chasm Fiend and the human's like, oh, what the fuck? And she's like, nah, don't worry about it. He's not interested in us.
Nah, he's cool. Yeah.
That is true. But I feel like there's got to be something different about this one because it like went out of its way to save the listeners at the end.
I reckon they hook him and ride him like the worms from Dune.
Yeah, I can see that.
Possibly.
That's true. It's a smart Chasm Fiend. Oh, people thought it was Eshonai reincarnated. You thought it was Eshonai reincarnated?
I don't know. I don't think we've gotten enough proof of like there being reincarnation in
I don't think
the universe.
I don't think that's the thing we've seen in the Cosmere.
We saw her go beyond.
Yeah, we see her go beyond with the Stormfather. And I think Sanderson has stated like if people have gone to the beyond, they're done. Like
they're gone.
Like we see Kelsier sticks around, we see people sticking around, like that's cognitive shadows and shit, but it's like if they go through, like they ain't coming back. So
the Rashadium. I don't think we talked about that. The Rashadium. And
they're Spren bonded as well, right?
Yes.
You get that moment where like there's like a slight after image or something in the cognitive realm when they get there with Gallant.
Yeah.
Do we know why? Oh, I'm guessing that there was there was a Spren they saw in cognitive that looked like a horse.
Yes, the like one that Nodum was riding when they first see Nodum.
And he was like, humans didn't imagine all the Spren into existence. Is that like implying that it's a Rashadium created Spren?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I know it clearly seems to be implying something, but I don't know if that's the implication.
And also, why do Rashadium attract music Spren? Do we know that?
We don't know.
I mean, I think it's kind of related to the way that like the Lux Spren, like maybe the kind of Spren that Rashadium bonds to become more like, you know, like maybe
more Rashady.
More Rashady. Rashady.
Maybe it looks like a music Spren or is similar to.
Maybe.
What else is there to talk about? I mean, there's so much.
There's so much, but we're jumping all over the place.
Yeah, we are. There's so
That's
much.
cool. I'm good. I'm good for all these topics. Just being.
We could talk about Kaladin swearing the ideal. The whole fandom at this point, we all knew what Kaladin's fourth ideal was going to be. We didn't know the exact word, but we all knew it was going to be about him having to accept that he couldn't save everyone, couldn't protect anyone, and that's literally what it is. Is like I accept that I cannot protect everyone.
Protect them all.
And like it had to be something that was so hard for him to swear. And just that moment when he gets his fucking shard plate, when Spren just spiraling around him. Also, the fact that he can do the thing where he sends the like shard plate to protect other people and it like just snaps onto them. Really fucking cool. I'm pretty sure there's a WoB that says that that's like a Windrunner specific thing that other Radiant shard plate can do different things, but like that specifically was like a Windrunner thing. I'm almost certain that was a WoB, but I'm not. I might have made that up. Somebody let me know. I'm almost certain. Yeah, fifth ideal theories are really tricky to come up with. Yeah. But I bet Kaladin will get there because he's Kaladin.
It's true. What else?
I'm channeling Max moment. Having the big brain thoughts, putting it all together.
I'm just channeling Chris.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking.
We all try to channel Chris. We
do. I love her. Oh. Okay. What else is there? Let me scroll through this.
So we talked very briefly about what Navani and Raboniel are doing, but we didn't really talk about it because there is so much happening in what they are doing and what they are figuring out.
So much.
I had to read bits of that again.
Yeah, it's so much.
Same. It was a little too smart for my brain.
Right?
It's very
I'm not smart enough for this.
I love the moment when Navani thinks she's done and she goes into her chaotic frenzy and she's like, I haven't washed, I haven't moved, I'm just science. And I'm like, go bitch, go! And then you find out what she creates and what it can do and you're like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
We're fucking screwed. The fact that she creates light that can literally kill Spren is so upsetting. But yeah.
Right.
But it's both sides have that information now.
Right.
Raboniel sent it to the diffused and everybody, and now Navani has that information. So it's both sides have it, so there couldn't be an end to the war. We can both kill each other permanently. We can stop this. So we got to figure something out. But it's just so oh my god, we can literally kill Spren, and we see it happen.
We see it happen. We barely got to know her.
I know. I literally on this reread, in Oathbringer, when you first see her just peeking over Tef's shoulder and trying to bond him, I was like, I would die for this Spren. She's not even said 2 words, but I would die for her. I love her. And now she's gone.
So cool.
She's gone with my favorite bridge man.
But when they first make the light that's going to be the downfall of everything, she hands it to Raboniel, and Raboniel literally screams when she touches the gem holding the light, and it's that's terrifying.
Also, how fucking smart Navani was to immediately be I know what she's gonna do. I need to go for a walk. I need to leave the room for a minute, and boom, an explosion. I was like, that bitch has the brain cell. And when she has her little traps planned that she sets off on her at the end. Also, the fact that Raboniel just won't fucking die.
Right?
But it works out because then she stabs Moshe in the leg and she's like, nah, that's my wife. Don't go after my wife. Even though Navani just tried to kill her. Listen, they were so gay. Let's just be honest about it.
Gay.
It was very gay.
Your girlfriends who can honestly this.
Hold hands and sing together.
Yeah, I mean, just girls being friends, scout pals.
Oh, Raukalest. They also use Raukalest in Rose Empire. In Emperor's Soul.
Yeah.
It's aluminum. Oh yeah, this.
Yeah,
parallel.
That might come to bite some bitches in the ass. I'm just gonna say it. And those bitches are gonna be the fucking honor Spren. Are gonna be dying. I don't think he can bring them back from that. So.
Yeah.
Spren Jesus can only go so far. Yeah, I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Speaking of stuff going on in the cognitive realm, how can a Seon move away from Cell? Why are they not bonded, bound to Cell? Do we know that?
I don't know.
Because I thought Cell's magic was entirely geography based.
It's fucked, is what it is.
I assume it has also something to do with aluminum and
the box that it's in as well.
and like the box that it's in and how like that's a way to transport it, but I don't think we have actual like full confirmation.
He's just a funny dude. Ishor's a scary dude. Kellic is a funny dude.
Kellic is struggling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that moment when you find out that Restairs is Kellic. Also, throwback to the fucking prologue of Way of Kings when Gavilar is dying and he's like, "Who sent you?" to Zeth, and he's like, "Is it Thydakar? Is it Restairs?"
Yeah.
Both those names in the fucking prologue of Way of Kings, and it's like, oh yeah, no, that's Kelsier, and that's the fucking Herald Kellic. Okay, cool. Let's chill.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on with Cell. It's just there. It's having troubles.
One day we'll return to Cell, way down the line. Although, Eli has a thought. Although.
I think you mean Cal causing all of Cal's problems.
I think he means Kellic. Because Restairs was the head of the Sons of Honor, is the one who told Amaram to fucking do all the bad shit that he did. I'm gonna hold that out until All right. What else? Yep. Sorry to get you all excited. It's okay. I will be patient. Okay, let me scroll through this. The fucking moment. Can we talk about the moment when Venli actually shows Leshwi what she can do? And the way Leshwi reacts, Leshwi's like, "What did you do?" And like it cuts away and you think, "Oh my god, she's pissed." But then she like she's crying and she's like,
so
have forgiven us. She's like, "They've forgiven us. They've come back to us." And then she's like, "Please ask your Spren if they know this Spren. It was a friend of mine and they're precious to me." And I'm like, after all this time, her first thing is to ask about her friend that she hasn't seen in like thousands of I'm like, all right, guys, I'm on the Leshwi hype train and I will stay Leshwi and I love her. That bitch has my heart now. Also, I really just love Venli in this book. Like, I didn't not like her in my first read, but it was just like I was still getting used to Venli being like a POV. But I love Venli. Like, I love her. I love seeing a bond with the singers and seeing how that's going differently.
I love seeing her trying to realizing that to progress in her radiant ideals, she has to actually try and help people.
She has that moment where she's like, can I elevate now? And it's like, bitch, you just watched a child get carted off in a cage, right? And your whole thing is about freedom. So I think the fuck not.
Not right now.
And she's like, oh, all right. And it's not until after that when her mom bonds the Spren and she's taken all the Will Shaper Spren to the other listeners that it's like these words are accepted. And it's interesting that it's a female voice who says it. It's Cultivation who's accepting those bonds and not the Stormfather. Very interesting. Also, another interesting, the fact that Dalinar is the one who accepted Kaladin's fourth ideal and not the Stormfather. Right? Because Dalinar was like, I'm the one who said that. I did that. Like, what are you doing? I'm connecting him, uniting him. And I'm like, oh shit, what's happening?
Yeah,
can we talk about the scene with Tien? Because I'm like, still so emo about it, guys.
The horse.
It's a lot. It's a lot with the horse.
It's a lot.
It was a lot.
A lot. The fact that in the scene he's seeing what actually happened or presumably what happened with Tien willingly going with those boys to the front line and being so they wouldn't be alone. He wasn't even told to go. And then he's just Kaladin's I'm not good enough. And he's like, you're enough for me. And he's like, you're good enough for all of us. And it's just Kaladin's in a little boy in the whatever the vision. And Tien is the older one, holding him. And it's just my heart is breaking. And also when he's getting ready to swear the ideal and Syl's Kaladin, I'm supposed to help you, but I don't know the words. I've forgotten the words. And he's like, it's all right. You help me by being here. And I know the words.
I know.
And then it's you hear Tien being do it. And you hear Teft saying, do it, lad, do it. And it's I don't know if this is real, but it's, I'm going to take it.
We're going to go with it. Stayed around. He was invested. So
that's true. That's true. Cognitive shadow, bitch.
Yeah, he wouldn't have gone right away. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is...
I think that's because she's regal, isn't it?
And you assumed it was because she's regal. I assumed that he could also use it.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to find out.
Because she has 2 Spren in her gem heart. She has the Void Spren
that's true. I think it could be that.
Timber.
Because I think that is what her speculation was on it too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because she had the Void Spren in her as well. Mm-hmm. So I think that might be it, but it'll be interesting to see if it plays out that way with Elaine or not.
Oh, you spam.
It's so good.
Burr.
I didn't even see what happened.
I blocked someone. That was just nonsense.
Yeah.
Literal.
But yeah. It's okay. I'm crying about Team with Eli. I'm not paying attention. Also, it's interesting when you think about every single time Kaladin has sworn an ideal, it is in relation to Tien every single time. He's thinking about Tien. It's because of Tien. It's all progressing because of Tia and others was interesting. All about the baby brother.
Back to Ishar and that stuff that's happening with him. There's a moment where him and Seth are fighting, and Nightblood makes like a clink, like a little. He takes a piece out of
he takes a notch out of the honor blade, which is like, I didn't know that could happen.
Like no one knows that could happen,
right? Everyone was like, "Whoa."
I mean, then he like eats a shard. So like Nightblood's doing a lot of things in this book.
Yeah,
a lot of very scary things.
I remember when we were reading this the first time, we were like, "Is Nightblood going to do some scary shit?" And then he did.
Then he did some scary shit.
He ate a shard. Yeah, with Ishar.
Oh, with Ishar and the spren he was dissecting, I'm obsessed with the fact that the cryptic patterns don't disappear; they just turn to like spaghetti.
I know, it's like so disgusting and scary. I've been nauseous a lot this week, and let me tell you, reading that like scene while already being nauseous was not a good thing.
Oh, it's not it. No,
it's so visually gross. Also, there's like the moment when Dalinar is like, I don't remember what exactly they're doing. Did I tab it? I must have tabbed it, but I don't fucking remember because it's split all over this fucking Sanderlanche. Where like there's the moment where like Ishar is just spewing crazy fucking shit, right? He literally says, he's like, I will take this bond to the Stormfather. I will bear it myself. I sense something odd in you, a connection to Odium. He sees you as the one who will fight against him. This cannot be right. I will take the connection as well. And he tries to take the connection. And then the Stormfather has the line about Nightblood, and he's like, no creation of mortal hands could destroy the power of a shard of Adonalsium. And it's like, you know what, you're fucking right, but it can destroy the fucking vessel, because it just does in 10 fucking minutes.
Right?
But no, we have that one when he's like raving his crazy shit, right? But then there's a moment when Ishar starts speaking like normal, and he sounds sane, and he's like, yeah, I need you to come to Shinovar. I need you to help me. And that's like why they're going to go on their trip to Shinovar. And it's just so fucking, like, I don't know what the fuck's happening there. Like when he starts talking normal, it's so fucking weird.
It's so weird. It's so concerning.
Yeah, he says something like, I can think more clearly when there's like a radiant touching the spiritual realm. Like I need you to come. We can reset the oath pact, like all sorts of weird shit. And then he goes start raving again. And so it's like, I don't know why he's like.
It's also in like the middle of the sentences too. It's quickly that he switches.
Yeah. Yep. It's like super insane. I just don't know what's happening there. And he says that the Shin tried to make gods of the unmade. Like what? What?
Like what is going on? There's just so much to take in.
Yeah, it says like Ishar is a bondsmith unchained.
Yeah, which is it sounds terrifying. I don't really know what it means. I'm scared.
Yeah, it is at the moment. I think it's supposed to be at the exact moment that Navani swears her ideal, and that's why he has that moment of clarity.
Yeah,
because like that's what helps.
Because doesn't he say? Yeah, he says something about when a radiant's touching the spiritual realms, like when he thinks more clearly.
So it's like when they're swearing their ideals.
When he first like starts raving though, like the very first time when like Dalinar starts talking to him, he literally says, I am Herald of Heralds, sole bearer of the Oath Pact. I am more than I once was, and I will become yet more. I shall absorb your power, Odium, and become a god among gods, Adonalsium reborn.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't just say the big A word and put it in that context and have me not be like, what the fuck, buddy? What the fuck?
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's very interesting that like the swearing of the ideals is when he has a moment of clarity.
It's super weird. Yeah, he says, perhaps you can restore me for a short time after an ideal is spoken near me. Everyone sees a little more clearly when a radiant touches the spiritual realm. Maybe I have the answer, a way to fix the problems that beset us. Come to me in Shinovar. Yeah, I don't know why, but...
Maybe it has something to do with being a bondsmith and the connections.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, like, their thing is all about connection, yeah.
Yeah.
Bondsmiths are scary.
Right.
I'm scared of the bondsmiths. They scare me.
Does that mean somebody who goes to visit him on this quest is going to have to swear another ideal?
Well, Zeth
and I mean, there's only two options.
Zeth's whole reason for going to Shinovar is that that's his next like ideal. It's like he's going to go cleanse Shinovar, and that's going to be his swearing his next ideal. So like presumably he's going to swear. Which one is he on now? Like third, fourth? I don't fucking know.
Four.
That'll be his fourth. Okay,
will be fourth. Yeah, because
okay. And then, but it's like nobody like ever gets to 5. So I assume we're going to see Kaladin get to 5. Like
Kaladin's got to get to 5.
Somebody's got to get to 5, and I think Dalinar's about to die and become a fused. So
I hope that we do not see Speth get to 5 because 5 for the Skybreakers is like you become your own law. Like
you become the law yourself.
That is terrifying.
And it's like, no thanks. I don't think anybody should have that power.
That sounded like a bad idea. Like, why is this a thing? I am the law.
Yeah,
like, this is not.
This is what I think.
This is not Judge Dredd. I am the law.
This is what I think he's doing because like all the heralds are cognitive shadows, so they cannot. Also, speaking of cognitive shadows, we have that scene and very early in the book where Zaheel and Kaladin are fighting, and Vasher is just dropping knowledge.
He's like, you got questions? I got answers. Let me tell you about investiture. All right. Oh, don't mind these scarves turning gray. By the way, Kaladin's so stupid. Like, I love him so much.
I don't
but he's like, I think those scarves were colorful a minute ago, and now they're all gray. Huh.
And then he makes all the like bed sheets into faces and stuff as well.
Yeah, and like Kaladin's just like, well, that's weird, but like doesn't actually question it. He has like a moment of being like, that's a little odd, and that's it. And I'm like, buddy.
If you just asked, he would tell you what's going on.
Like clearly he's like, type 1 invested identity and a type 2, and I had to rework my whole system because of how things work, and this is what I am. And it's when I died, he's like, you died, and he's like, I am.
And long quest, it doesn't matter anymore. It's like, oh my god.
Fucking Vasher just being like, let me drop some knowledge. Like everybody, no one's holding back anymore. Like we're getting all the shit from Says and the epigraphs. Vasher's just dropping shit. Hoyd is just up and telling shit to Jasmine, like, this is all the shit you need to know. Like, it's just everybody's ready to just fucking go. I'm like, damn. Returning, yeah.
I reread Zaheel's thing this time, and I had to go back and immediately read it again because I was like, okay, buddy, you're going too fast for me.
You're going too fast for me.
Like, I know
Type 2 what now? Type 2 what?
Like,
he is, yeah.
And it's so fast.
I also like when, like, Kaladin's like, thanks for, like, answering me. Like, Wit never gives me answers. He's like, yeah, because Wit's an asshole. Just love that line. He's like, yeah, because Wit's a fucking asshole.
It's not wrong.
No. Oh my god.
So one of the interesting things between Navani and the sibling is after they're bonded, that very short time we see with them, they say we a lot. Like everything they discuss is we. Like we will do this and we will do that. And it's like they seem so closely bonded for just a first ideal.
Yeah. Like, also, like, there's just the cute moment when, like, Navani's figuring out all the mechanics of the tower, and, like, because the sibling's trying to explain it, but, like, before she does, like, Navani erupts, and she's like, oh, I see what this does, and she's like, yes! And she's getting so excited about how Navani knows all of it, and I'm like, I'm gonna like this. I'm gonna like this pairing.
They're such nerds together.
You just want Nail to fucking die. I know how much you hate Nail. Don't we?
Me too.
No, yeah, but
Neil is like my least favorite character in Cosmere.
Yeah, no one likes.
I don't like him, and he also terrifies me because his logic does not make sense.
Oh, all right.
Maybe.
Interesting.
But I don't think like the fifth ideal is not going to be just killing Nail though. It will be like they become the law.
That'll be what he does after he swears it. I assume that would be like the act is like I become the law, and now I'm taking.
No, but I don't want him to get the law.
No, I don't want him. I don't want him to take it. Yeah. Nail is my arch nemesis.
I don't know why that sentence got me, but it did.
Honestly, I should tweet that one. Hang on, I'm gonna tweet that.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. The amount of times we make this joke about Nail because in Edge Dancer, Lift refers to him as darkness.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, when we have the scene after Teravajan has become Todium and he's talking to Cultivation, his inner monologue is just terrifying. And there's one point where he says, "Ruled by fools, presided over by broken gods," and it's like, you dramatic bitch. But also, what the fuck is like? What is? And then he says like, "And now Teravajan was going to save them all," which should be comforting, but for some reason is more terrifying than anything else he has ever said.
Teravajan. Todium saying he's gonna save everyone is terrifying.
So the thing is, like we've had all of that build up with Teravangian, all those conversations with Dalinar, where like they have those conversations where they're like, oh, like, you know, what's the moral thing to do? It's like, oh, you hang all 4 dudes to get the guilty one, and Dalinar's like, no, you let all 4 go away because you know who's guilty. You know, like you have this guy, and you know that Teravangian is like, I will do whatever it takes to do what is right by my perception of it. Like I will be absolutely ruthless and do the most ruthless thing if I in my way. And like we just know that that's who he is. Like we've seen him bleeding people dry just to get answers from the death rattles to hopefully clear up things in the diamond. Like possibly. Like no guarantee that those people will even give death rattles. Just killing people to hopefully get like, he's fucking ruthless and scary. And yeah, it's just the fact that he's in control of a shard that is like pure hatred it's terrifying, but also like we know he still seems to be following Odium's original plan because he's like, oh, I could see Odium's plans and now I can like better them. I can go do them. And from what we do know of Odium's plans is that like he even says something about like how I don't care about like your stupid windswept continent. I don't care about these people. This is a staging ground for the bigger war of the Cosmere. So we know his long-term goals is that he wants to wage war on the rest of the Cosmere. He's concerned about the other gods out there. He doesn't want competition. And I don't know. Atodium's. I'm scared. Dalinar's going to become a fuse, and he's going to be sent to kill everyone. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But also, I think Shaylin's going to become a world hopper, which I'm super hyped about.
But also, don't know how she's going to do that because she's got.
I don't know, but listen. Hoyt figured it out. Unless he killed Design on his way out, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll learn.
I'm so scared about everything. Okay, you know what? We're just going to talk about it. We're talking about this theory because Eli keeps mentioning it, and we're just going to talk about it.
So Chana Rock, I don't know how you say her name. She's one of the heralds. She's the one herald who happens to have red hair. It's how she's depicted. She's a redheaded herald. And there's a theory that she's Shaylin's mom, and that when Shaylin killed her, she went back to Braze as per the Oath Pact. And then she immediately broke from the torture, and that's what started things going off again. Because we have word of Brandon that Taln did not break. He did not break the Oath Pact. Like his returning was not him giving into the torture. Like something weird happened for him to come back. Taln didn't break. My boy, my shining star. 4,500 years of torture, and he never fucking broke. I love him. I love Taln so much. Me and Eli will go hard for Taln. So because we know that Taln didn't break, that makes that theory so much more likely to me. And then the fact that it's like, oh, if that was Shaylin's mom, like she's not actually dead. She's a herald. She's just going to come back. But like how wild. It's just so wild that Chana could be Shaylin's mom. And I'm like, the more I think about it, I'm like, I can get behind this theory and I don't want to. Like Shaylin's mom's just a herald. I can get behind the theory because like Shaylin's whole life is super fucked up. There's also another theory that Shaylin is not actually Shaylin Devar, that she was swapped out. Like the girl who was named Shaylin Devar in that family was taken out and she was placed in as like a child. There's a theory that she's not the real. Yeah, like a changeling. She was not the real. Like she wasn't born under the name Shaylin Devar. Like she's still the same person we've seen her as be, but she's not actually Shaylin Devar. And that's an interesting theory as well. I don't know if I believe it. Wow, I just saw that red hair herald.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get more of Bastion Bennett in the Horneater novella. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Became a herald.
God, I fucking hope not. I'm so sick of him. Don't come back.
I'm so sick of him. Don't come back.
I mean, if we'll know at the very beginning of book 5,
a little bitch.
Like legit, man. If he became a herald, and like they'd have to have like redone stuff with the Oath Pact for him to be part of it.
I don't think it.
But I mean, he was working with heralds. Like he had Nail and Calic there. So also Shalash and Jezreen were also there that night, but they weren't doing shit. So just saying, a lot of heralds were there the night Gavilar died.
And we've also had the confirmation, I'm pretty sure from Awab, that we have seen all the heralds on page so far. They just weren't confirmed as heralds.
We do know of one, the one that's in Carbrinth, that Teravangian even talks about it out in this book. The heralds, like not to trust them. I don't remember, was it Batar? I think that he had Batar. But yeah, we've apparently seen all of them like on screen. But I don't think we've narrowed down who all of them were. I'll have to check.
I don't think it's been narrowed down to all of them were.
No.
I mean, that is the thing, is that no one else has died since they decided not to.
Yeah. And Taln didn't break.
That was the whole plan, was to not die so that Taln would be left there, and then none of them could break if they didn't go back to Braze.
Yeah, but if she went back, and like the timeline kind of works out, you know, for when Shaylin killed her mom to when things started getting real bad. I'm just saying.
But it also is said that like they're trying to work around having to like do that. So
yeah, I mean, like, we learned in this book that like they'd been working on the Everstorm for fucking ever, and it was like in the other side, and like things were happening regardless. It was just they were using these tools to speed it along.
Yeah, if her mom was Chana, it would explain why there was so much interest in their family by the Skybreakers and the Unmade.
Yeah,
because like there's a lot of
and the Ghost Bloods, like so many fucking different organizations eyeing in on Shaylin's family. I'm just saying, if she was Her mom was a herald. I'm just saying.
Just saying, the Sons of Honor are the only ones, and they're looking for the heralds. They're real bad at it.
Fucking Sons of Honor. Stupid bitches.
Useless. They're really bad at everything.
Oh yeah, them too. Yeah, like every fucking secret organization on Roshar just being tied to Shaylin's family.
It's terrifying.
All right, guys, I gotta go off. My dinner's here.
All right, enjoy your dinner.
Yes, I'll see you guys next week.
All righty. All right. Is there anything else we want to go over? We're hitting the 2 half-hour mark, and we usually try to cap these at 3. So,
as people that have like been waiting for Cosmere stuff for a long time and have been following it for a long time, what is there like a biggest question that you have?
Oh my god!
Like personally?
Yeah.
My biggest Cosmere question?
I mean, my biggest Cosmere question is who the fuck is Hoid?
Yeah, I was about to say Hoid's probably pretty at the top of that list. Just like all of the things surrounding Hoid, because it's one of the things we know we're not going to get answers for until the very fucking end of the Cosmere, so it's like it haunts us. And just like we only get so many tidbits, but it's like, what are you doing,
Stormlight
buddy?
Specific, I really want to know how Renarin bonded, across
Bliss,
and
yeah.
like what Renarin knows, because we know that he sees parts of the future, like a variation or a possibility of the future. Mm-hmm. So I want to know what he's trying to plan for.
Yeah, and like presumably he's like been just chatting with like Janat to some degree.
Yeah, it seems like they've been chatting.
Yeah, because like Renarin's the one who's like, send your new corrupted spren to my sweet crab buddy, Relaine. So, you know, like, there's just so much going on there. I don't know. What is my biggest question? God, Jesus fuck. I don't know. There's so many.
Oh, wait. What the fuck was Adenalzium?
Adenalzium. Yeah, I do have a lot of questions about Adenalzium. I have queries about Adenalzium.
Or my best friend. I read that as my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with Hoid.
Yeah. I wonder, like, I'd have to really think about it if there's, like, a question I have that I don't know that we would get an answer to. Because, like, Hoid, we're going to get those answers. Renarin will get, like, you know, those are things. I'd have to think. Maybe I'll think about it and try to come up with one before the live show next week. Like, maybe we should all do that. Like, what our biggest Cosmere questions going forward are. Like, make a couple and we can discuss them during next week.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
I accept this. This is canon to me.
Yeah, no, we know. We know. Adenalzium was a crab. Adenalzium was a crab.
It makes no sense.
Listen. Everything is a crab.
Everything is a crab.
Yeah, no, I also want to know about this. It's oddly specific, but it's like I also want to know about the fucking anomaly.
Also, Threnody? What the fuck, guys?
Threnody? Like, what's going
on with your cognitive shadows? Why are your cognitive shadows so weird?
Why are your cognitive shadows so weird? They're just so much more weird. Christ. All right, is there anything specific from the book we want to go over before we dive into wrapping it up with like art, memes, and stuff?
Lobstrosity.
Lobstrosity. What the fuck is going on
here for the art?
Oh yeah, what the fuck is going on with Silver? Oh, what were you gonna say, Steph? Sorry.
Oh no, I'm here for the art because the way I got spoilers was I was looking up what people look like to make sure I'm imagining them right, and then I saw spoilers and I was like, nah.
Yeah, we have a bunch of art to go through.
Yeah, I have a lot in this one. I have I put in all of the art that we got from the Wave Kings Kickstarter last year, because we got a lot of art of the different Night Radiance orders, which I didn't want to show yet because I mean, like technically it's all like not 100% canon. Like Sanderson worked with the artist on it, but it's not canon because we haven't seen all of these orders in the book yet. But we get like they made art of it and stuff. And then I have art that somebody did of like all the heralds, even though we haven't seen all the heralds, just like based on anything that they could find for it. So and then we just got a bunch of art from the book. Just pretty much, I tried to find any art I hadn't shown before that was either related to Row or just Stormlight in general because I was like, this is the last one. So we got a lot of art. There's like 60 arts in there.
We got a lot of art.
So do we want to do memes first or art? Also, I did not do trivia again this time, guys. I'm sorry. I just didn't have the brain cells. We skipped trivia last month too. I was like, you know what? It's fine. We got a lot more to talk about. We don't need to spend like 10 minutes on me asking you questions you probably know the answer to.
Oh yeah.
So
I know we probably spoiled you.
The art.
We spoiled you a bunch more, but what did you get spoiled with art stuff?
Oh, I think it was, what was it? It might have been something with Navani and Sibling. Okay. And I think also the whole Shallan, her mom, like Shallan Spren thing.
Like, Testament.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah. She named it the Dead Spren Testament. list.
Okay. So
all right. Do we want to do memes first or art?
I think I'll just do memes first, just because there's so much less of them and there's so much art to go through.
I dumped the Dawnshard memes that Eli just sent me into the original one, and there's only a few art in the Dawnshard one, so we'll do memes, Dawnshard art, and then row art.
Yeah, and I'll linger on the art more than I normally do, since you guys all want to see it so much.
I'm excited for Dawnshard art.
There's not a lot, unfortunately.
Not a lot, sadly.
I don't even know if I don't think I found any art of the Sleepless, which is upsetting. We need more. We need more.
The scene in Dawnshard where they're on the boat and the Sleepless start coming up over the sides and cooling on the decks is horrifying mental image. I love it, but it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I got you.
Did you share it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
This one says, he protects, but most importantly, his brands won't come back. So silly.
Finally healed his brands.
He'll have to paint them on now like a normal person.
Like everybody else is doing. Everybody starts painting the brands on and like in solidarity, and then he's like, sorry guys, they're gone
now.
So funny.
We might have found some Sleepless art, but not like
I think I found like one or two that I shared before during when we did the Edge Dancer one.
Zoomies.
All right, the fucking zoomies that's in the book. I found this picture. It's my favorite
so much.
We were obsessed with the zoomies. Also, we keep making the jokes because there's like art of pattern, and one of them is like of his fingers, and that he's salad fingers. And I don't think most of our
anytime I make the joke, people are too young to know what salad fingers is, and I'm like, honestly, I'm happy for you because salad fingers. You don't want to know about
salad fingers is traumatic.
It is traumatic.
I never want to like educate people on salad fingers. It's like you're better not know.
No, it's like be glad this is one of those things you're just too young to understand. Salad fingers.
What did I tell you to edit into this picture, Brie?
You wanted me to put like him running to like Shaylin and then Vale and then Radiant and then Shaylin, but I forgot to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot to do it.
I was like, I had a stupid idea. Knights Radiant, occasional conversations with Hoyd. Is this therapy?
Yes, it is. It's the only therapy until Kaladin decided to vent therapy.
There's a spren for that. Ancient Roshar proverb.
Eli, we've told you about salad fingers before, okay? I'll tell you about salad fingers later. You can Google it. I mean, go have fun.
Good. Godspeed. You were the chosen one. It was said you would destroy the war, not help it. Bring balance to the light, to not leave it in void. You were my peer-reviewed Rabonial. I loved you. I don't know why it's so funny.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Do you love that it says Rabonial but on fire?
That's real good.
Navani, if I had a nickel for every time I fell in love with a war criminal, I would have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened 3 times.
Listen. Girl's got a type.
She does have a type. Raise. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Terravanger just whipping out Nightblood. Oh my god.
I mean, technically, he also hardcore. He whipped Nightblood out from his own body. But, you know.
It was a different place back then. You understand.
The internet is terrifying. Anyway.
It's a different place.
Kaladin, I keep surviving. Kelsier, I keep surviving.
It's not even on the screen yet. There it is. This is my favorite thing because it's the most true Cosmere meme I've ever seen. Kaladin just being so broken down about the fact that he always survives, and Kelsey being like, yeah, I'm still here, baby. It was like, this is the most on-brand character comparison ever. It's so true.
Stop traumatizing Eli in the comics. Don't make him look up things. Horrifying things.
This is my favorite.
Honor Spren talking under his breath. Guilty people say, what? Dolan, what? Honor Spren, no further questions, High Judge.
Okay, I want you guys to know, though, the fan art that they put in the judge seat is of Ishar and not Calix, so whoever made this meme put the wrong Herald in the art.
That is not the correct Herald.
That is not the correct Herald. That is art of Herald Ishar, not Calix. I was like, damn, points deducted for your meme.
Dolan in Lasting Integrity has been translated as himbo legally blonde in my mind. You revived his friend through the pure magic of friendship? What, like it's hard?
He's so pure.
I mean, it is through the pure magic of friendship. It
really is. He was just nice to her. Does my sword know I love her?
Oh yeah. Are you just quirky, or are you secretly a world hopper? Every Cosmere fan at some point.
Really, anybody does anything slightly off tone in the books, and you're like, "Are you from this planet?
Are you from this planet?
just saying.
Reading for Travelers Party in book 1, in book 2, in book 3, in book 4.
Literally. Just getting happier.
Happy? Oh, yeah.
Poor Landry.
I think we put this in 4 max.
I did.
It's so true.
I knew it was going to make Max sad because it's the truth. I like how Warbreaker's not even on there, though.
No. That's how bad. Yeah, that's sad. Who would win? A walking feedback loop of infinite investiture or one scaly boy?
One scaly boy.
Scaly boy.
Love it. That's pretty good.
That was the best one so far.
This is my favorite one. Casey sent this to me and said, I think this is you. And I was like, you know what? You're kind of right. Sorry,
it says, right. If I had a gun with 2 bullets and I was in a room with Hitler and you, I would shoot you twice. And they're like, yeah. Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The Sleepless Prison.
That's one of the ones that Eli just sent me earlier.
Okay, good. I was like, I've never seen this one.
Yeah. Eli was
Nickly when Risen lands on Ikna. Congratulations, you found the Sleepless. Now time will collapse. It's fine.
I didn't realize I didn't crop the screenshot on that one.
Fine.
Muy bad.
Go follow Eli's account. The memes. Soulcasters. A big painting. This is stupid.
It's real dumb.
ACAB. All cops are bastard. Assigned cop at birth. Assigned crab at birth.
Eli was like, this one's very not correctly directly related to Dawnshard, but you know what? Crabs. And I was like, crabs. Fair point. Fair point. Crabs.
I still do read ACAB as assigned cop at birth. I'm not going to lie to you. That's just how I read it. Cultivation. I give Taravangian a gift. He replaces Race. He becomes a bigger problem. Shit.
It's like, he becomes a bigger problem. Probably. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Me rereading the Stormlight archive for the 4th time.
That's me. Call me out.
I know that's supposed to be sugar. At least I assume. But it looks like cocaine.
I mean, for sure. It's 100% cocaine. He's snorting that shit. Go, Elmo, go. This one broke me when I found it. I was like, yes. It broke me a little bit.
Relaine entering mate form for the first time. Gay thoughts. Was this also sent to you by Eli?
Mm-mm. No? I found that one on my own. Yeah. I put that one in on like the first day I did them. Gay thoughts.
1 hour here is 1.5 years on Earth. Guess we'll wait here for Wax and Wayne 4.
I think that was just an old one I'd been saving.
That makes sense.
One shiny boy.
One shiny boy. It's true. Aluminum. It's the best.
Aluminum.
Boy, my job here is done. But you didn't do anything.
What did you do?
Okay. Let's get into some.
Yeah, I know. I do have the art of that meme, Eli.
Yeah, we do.
It's in the art folder. If it's the Navani Rabonia one you were talking about.
Dawnshard art. Yeah, because there's only a few Dawnshard arts.
Yeah, there's only a couple.
So here's Ridzen sitting in front of the tapestry mural.
Yeah, with her little negotiation table. She's so cute.
She's so good.
We're gonna have a fucking negotiation.
Cheery, cheery. With some spears. Here's Ridzen Cheery. She's trying to feed her a little gem.
Cheery, cheery. Cord in her shard plate.
We didn't talk about it, but I really love Cord.
I really love Cord too. We didn't talk about her at all, but I love Cord. She's fabulous.
She's briefly mentioned in Rhythm before.
She shoots, is it nails? She shoots him in the face with an arrow in a Dalinar scene. She's just there and she just shoots him in the face. And I'm like, go, bitch, go.
Oh, that's true.
Shoot a herald in the face. Like he's in the middle of saying something to Dalinar and he just arrow in the face, like in the middle of a sentence. And I was like,
and he's like, God damn it, I was trying to speak. He's so annoyed.
I know he like just pulls it out and is annoyed, but I'm like, look at her. She's brilliant. Love her.
This is Cord and Lopin. You all strange. So long as I'm the strangest. It's sure one of my most endearing traits. It's true.
He's so cute.
And then this is
Rushu. Rushu. I love her.
I also love her. I love her and her ADHD. She definitely has.
Yep.
Okay, let's go into some row art for y'all because we got a lot of it.
There's a lot. Yeah, go to the top.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
These are the edge dancers.
These are the arts from the Wave Kings Kickstarter that they did of the Radiant Orders. These are the edge dancers in their armor.
We did all of these in order, like
so they're all together. These are Skybreakers, Light Weavers. I think that's meant to be specifically Shaylin and Vatha.
Yeah, I think most of them are not specific people, but some of them.
But ones that it's like we have the main characters for that order, they're in there. Yeah,
they're in there.
Yeah.
Elf Scholars.
Look how tiny she is next to the armored person.
Yeah, I think everyone's pretty tiny next to the armored people, though.
Yeah, and the ones where it's like the one's not in armor. Tiny.
Dustbringers.
I have
this
one.
They look so cool.
The Dustbringers look fucking rad as hell. It's not showing it on the screen yet. There it is. Okay. There's always like a lag when you move because you'll start saying what it is before it shows up on the screen. Yeah, the Dustbringers are cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Wheel Shapers.
Wheel Shapers. They also look really cool. They all look cool.
They all look cool.
Like none of them are like, oh, that was lame. Bondsmiths.
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 So cool. And then Windrunners. You've seen these boys a lot. The most.
The most. Truth Watchers. Armor's so bulky.
Yeah, it looks like super World of Warcraft.
Yeah, theirs is like extra bulky.
It does look very World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Stonewards.
Stonewards.
I don't know why he's holding his thing like that. It looks very weird.
Wants to look cool. They told him to pose. Okay, here's the art of the heralds that we have. This is Chanarok. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. AKA maybe Shaylin's mom. Who knows? Listen, she's got red hair and she's fair skinned. That's all it takes to be someone's mom. If they're redhead. Listen, you don't need more evidence.
That's all you need. Batar.
It hasn't moved yet. There we go. Batar. I think Batar is the one that was like working with Terry Vanjir and Carbon. I'm not 100% sure though.
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't either.
There's Ishar.
Crazy motherfucker.
They're all out there.
I mean, yeah.
Jezrien.
He's dead now.
He's dead.
He got super murdered. Poor Jez. Is this Pylai? I don't pronounce her name. Mrs. P.
It's so hard to pronounce the names.
Symmetrical names are hard when they're symmetrical because I just get confused.
It's also hard to see the I, like the L in between the eyes. It hurts. It hurts my brain.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. In the Bondsmith art, they have a sword. It's interesting. Sure is. Mr. Nail.
I mean, that might just be like the art that would be canon for that, right?
Yeah,
it might not be super fancy.
Shalosh. I love her. She's great.
I love her. Clack. Fiddle.
I think it's Fiddle.
Tom.
Oh, my main man.
I love him.
You mentioned Tom and like start crying. I love him so much.
I want more of all of the heralds, even though they're fucking crazy.
We got a ways to go.
Dylan and Kaladin.
For the 2 minutes they got to spend together in this book.
It was an important 2 minutes, though.
Important 2 minutes. That's right, Eli. We cry.
And Renarin.
Yeah.
Bridge 4 still.
It's my cosplay and the Bridge 4 uniform. She's so fucking cute. This art is so cute. It's just so cute.
Oh yeah, this is from the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I have that as a giant fucking like in movie poster size, right back.
It's behind her at all points.
Yeah, at all points. It's just on the because I haven't
It's
put it on the wall
so
yet.
big.
I'm trying to figure out where it's gonna go. I don't know where to put it.
It's so big.
But it's very cool.
Cosmere Mart art. Oh, this is the.
Oh, this is the scene when Moshe and Kaladin are in the like basement in Hearthstone, and like Renarin comes in, and there's like a weird funky thing that happens. We didn't talk about this, but there's like a weird thing that happens where it's like you see like a good version of Moshe, kind of like a fucking gold misting shadow thing from Mistborn, and then Renarin like walks through this light, and it's weird. It's pretty weird.
You have this one hanging on your wall? Eli says I have that hanging on my wall too.
The Bridge 4 one, I think. Yeah,
I want this one on my wall. This one looks.
It's really good art. This is one of the ones, the 17th Shard like commissioned, I think.
Yeah.
I still don't know what was happening in that scene.
Generaj again.
Oh yeah, this is the end pages. If you notice, like the end pages in the books, we got they're like in the book, and what he was doing with these when he got these ones done is they're meant to be like in-world depictions of the herald, so it's not necessarily like how he would canonize what they look like, but what like the current people think they look like, the current kind of renditions they create of them. So I went ahead and put them in there too, since they're like the end pages in the books, in case like you guys didn't see them.
And it's cool to see them like this.
Yeah. So that's Shaylin's mom. That's Ishar. Crazy boy.
Jezrien. I love the Jezrien one. It's so fucking cool.
Jezrion's really nice. Too bad. He's dead. He's super dead.
This one is terrifying.
That's Kalak.
I don't know why it's so scary looking.
He's a scary boy. Yeah. Listen, all the heralds are scary. Nail.
Palaya.
Mrs. P. I'm going to call her from now on.
I think it's Palaya.
So she shows up and gives me an actual nickname for herself. I'm going to call her Mrs. P.
Ash. This one is this might be my favorite.
I love this one of Ash. It's fucking cool as shit. It's so, super cool.
It's so weird.
It's real fucking cool.
Beetle.
Yeah. They're very cool. Yeah, we'll probably get the rest of the heralds in the next book end pages.
Yeah, I think so.
This is Hoyd, and you see the little dragon behind him. That's his buddy Frost.
And you can see the pattern on him. Little,
you can see
I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's a pattern.
It's like you can zoom in. It's in there.
It's in here. It's right here. There you go.
There it is,
pattern. Design hanging.
More Hoyd.
There's a dog.
Oh yeah, this has like all the hints of the different stories. Like you got the 3 moons and like the ship, the dog and the dragon. I think Fleet's in there somewhere. It's like all his different stories are like worked into this art. It's cool. There's like lots of art of Hoyd that's like that, where it's like there's little tidbits of the different stories he's told from the different books that are like woven into it.
He has like the Cosmere symbol over his head, which is interesting.
Yep. Cosmere symbol over his head. Yep.
In the storm I awake, falling, spinning, grieving.
Listen, that's the scene, yeah, when he jumps down to get his dad and all the wind spread around him. Oh.
It looks so cool.
It is, yeah. I like how this one's like done, how it's like, I don't know what that kind of style of art is, but I like it.
Jasmine Ivory.
Yes. This was done as like a tarot card that somebody was making a set of, but I didn't find all of them. So I think I have another one in here. I don't remember.
I think the Hoyd one was one.
Oh, was that one? Yeah, okay. I'm not paying attention.
Because it has this thing. Kaladin and Liren. Kaladin and Renarin.
So small. Yeah, that's when like Renarin's getting him out of that basement.
Kaladin and Tian. This is so cute. That's upsetting.
You're not even on the art yet. It's still not there. It goes.
Why does it do that?
I don't know. It just lags when you're in screen share. Yeah. They always take a second, but that one took forever. But yeah, little Cal and Big T, and it's so sad. You're good enough for me.
My face is getting so itchy. Kaladin. And like the little wind spread around him.
Yeah. I like it. He's the best boy.
Oh yeah,
this is super cool.
This is everyone, and then there's Spren.
Well, this is the Colin family and friends. It's like you got Verlaine's in there with Renarin, and then you got like Hoyt and Shaylin in there because they're, anybody tied to the Cullen family. It's the Cullen family. And then you see their sprint on the bottom reflected. So you got like the Stormfather, you've got the sibling, you've got some corrupted truth sprint over there. You got Maya under Adolin. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. I wish I could flip it to like so that you could see it better.
I know I meant to go back and like flip it so I could put it in like back to back so you could look at it better, and I didn't do it because I'm dumb.
But it looks very cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
You can also see Navani singing. I just noticed.
You can see what?
There's little like Navani singing. There's little like music.
Oh,
stuff.
That's cute.
I
didn't see that.
They're doing something.
She's singing.
Oh yeah, lasting integrity, like the way that it's described
it's so weird.
Hurts my brain.
It hurts my brain. Yep.
Leshwi.
Still not loaded. There it goes. Leshwi. Yeah, I was trying to find good art of like Leshwi and like the fused. There's not a ton.
No,
I mean there's a bunch, but I was trying to find like really good art.
Another Leshwi one.
I like that one.
Yeah, me too. Because she always has her like trail because she's always flying. She's got to be dramatic as possible.
All the heavenly ones with their fucking cloaks, like just like cloth trailing down because they're dramatic as fuck. I love that for them. I know. I love them.
Another Leshwi one.
Bye, Eli. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for coming, Eli. The Pursuer.
Lezian the Pursuer. He's so lame.
He's so lame.
I'm just glad he died in this book. If he'd been coming back every time, being like, I'm gonna kill you, Colin, and I'd have been like, I'm tired of this, bro. You gotta go. Yes, I love this art. I love this art of her with the bird. It's so cute. She's like, this is mine now.
She's hugging her chicken.
Mm-hmm. This is my chicken.
Maya, we choose. Oh, that's a lot.
Choose. God, I love her.
Another Maya.
Yeah, I put all the titles in, so like anything that's multiples of the same person, they're gonna be back to back. Because I titled all the art, so yeah, they're all gonna be together.
I appreciate it.
Because sometimes it's like, wait, what am I looking at?
Maraise with his
not loaded yet. There it is. Maurice. That's like the only fan art I found of Maurice.
There isn't a lot. I don't think there's like much.
That's weird.
Navani's life before death, you bastard.
Yes. Hands like up against the pillar. Mouth bleeding. I would die for Navani, you guys. My girl.
Oh yeah, Navani on the fourth bridge where she's like leaning over and the scholar's like, please don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall and die. She's like, nah.
You are gonna fall and die.
In that fan art, she kind of looks like Chris Jen from Expanse, season 1.
Oh yeah, she does, yeah.
And then this is
Cal's family. Origin, Hesina, and Liren. No, Origin, he's just a baby.
A baby. Oh, these are Fenderana and Rua.
Rua
is Lopin's friend.
Yeah. I love him.
Rabonio.
It's not coming. There it is. Casey kept making the joke that Raboniel was Ariana Grande because she's always described as having like a top knot. It's like she's got carapace, but then just a fucking top knot of hair, and she's like, oh, so she's Ariana Grande.
Well, I had never considered that she was on Ariana Grande until we saw like fan art of her with her hair all the way up and then like spilling down, and I was like, oh yeah, that is how she's described, but I had never considered it.
Ariana Grande has like Uruk-hai hair.
Listen, Uruk-hais are fabulous. That's what I take away from that.
I don't know what she's holding. She's holding like a.
It's the music plates.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is. It's like one of the music plates and like the thing to. I think that's what I assumed. I honestly am not sure, but that's what my takeaway was from this art.
This is a very cool one, though.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
There it is. The art of that meme. Eli left before we got to it, but yeah, it's just so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Literally.
Doing their singing. This is not the height difference, though. You guys didn't get the height difference, right? They're literally a foot. Like, Raboni is a foot taller than her.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet height difference. More Raboni.
She looks kind of, like, human-y here.
Yeah. I mean, except the fucking crab face armor.
Yeah, but, like, the way
the
that,
shape,
like...
The shape of, like, the mouth, yeah.
Right.
Crab face is fine.
Yeah.
We know you're into the hot crabs, Max. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I don't think we ever talked about.
We did not talk about Renard and Relaine.
We'll talk about that in the next one.
It's not canon in this book, but it's coming down the line in case you didn't know.
Josh, please explain.
What?
What? We have a what? About what?
We have a wob about boobs. What? What is this in reference to?
I mean, boobs are canonically hot to me, but I am confused about what you're talking about.
What's this in reference to? I don't think we were talking about boobs in the art, so I'm like, I don't know how we got here. Anyways,
we're always talking about boobs.
Take us onwards, Casey.
Renard and Relaine again. They're holding hands.
We got a little handful of Renard and Relaine art because it's a very popular ship in the fandom right now.
It's not just a ship anymore.
It's a canon ship. He accidentally confirmed it. It's coming. Oh, they're so fucking cute.
Oh, I love this one. With like
that one's my favorite. So my favorite thing about this one is like you see like them with their little corrupted spread, but like at the top of the first of all, you also see like Terravanging with Nightblood, like you see like different visions in the glass, but like Shah Anat is on top of it, like looking down on them, and it's just cute. I love it. She's like, look at my baby Spren go. Look at my little corrupted Sprens.
Corrupted Spren go.
Honestly, I'm super intrigued by Shah Anat. I want more of her.
Yeah, Relaine and She's
my favorite unmade. He's so cool.
Spren.
I love all the art of him in war form. Like, it looks cool.
It looks very cool.
Yeah. Little Toomey.
I'm your Veil.
And then she ate you. We didn't talk about that either. That Shaylin ate Veil. But that happened.
That did happen. Shaylin and Shadesmar.
Oh, we got the it was about mate form and making babies.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Okay.
This is just Shaylin and Shadesmar, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on in this art. I just know it's Shaylin and Shadesmar. That's all I got.
It looks cool.
It looks cool, so I added it. I was like, I don't really know what this is portraying other than just Shaylin and Shadesmar. But it's cool, so it's in there.
Oh yeah, the Star Spren. Shaylin and Adolan looking at the Star Spren, which was such a cool scene.
It was a really cute moment too. It was cute.
I love that the Star Spren starts posing. It's my favorite.
I know,
thing.
it's like, oh shit, bitch is drawing me. I got to pose.
They lose interest and it's like, ugh, whatever.
I know, it's like so annoyed. It's like offended. It's like, fine, I'll go somewhere else.
Like, listen, Google Maps is always watching.
Wow.
Shaylin. Sprens. So many Sprens.
Oh yeah, in this Spren you got like in this art there's like Syl, and then you see Toomey as the like little or not Timber as the comet. You see Ivory behind her. You see Stormfather up top, and then like there's like a little pattern in there, and you see little vines for window. It's got like all the main ones I think are in that art.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's very cool.
It's cool.
Oh yeah, Syl and Kaladin. This is probably like the very end where she's like leaning.
Yeah, because she's in the Bridgeforth uniform too.
Mm-hmm. Syl tricking a rat into Cal's boot.
It's such like a minor throwaway thing she says, and I love that someone made fan art of it.
It's really
and
cute.
It's such good art too. Like, it's such cute art.
Speth and Nightblood. Yes. Terrifying.
Oh, I'm scared.
Talon and Ash.
My babies.
Tom.
This is another art that like Sanderson commissioned specifically of Tom.
Looks so cool.
Yeah.
The cutest hand puddle ever.
We found this one and we were trying to go through, like, figure out who all the people were, and there's like arms in there. We can't see which person it is. And we're like, I don't know who all's in this picture, but it's just this. They all got their little hands in it. It's so cute. And they're like, yeah, let's
his friend.
And his friend, yeah.
As well.
It's cute.
It's cute.
I like it.
You can see who most of them are.
Yeah, it's just the arms between like Navani and Jasmine, and then the arms in the front right there. He's like, I don't know who these people are. One's
supposed to be. Yeah, one's supposed to be Elokar, and I think the other two, the art said was just like random Bridgeport people. Roman.
I don't know. I don't remember.
So they've all got the colon blue on.
It's true.
And then Harold's abandoning the Oath Pact.
Oh yeah, this art's real cool. It's like you see Jezreel in the back, like I'm back here. Y'all do your thing. Leave your fucking blades. It's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Todium.
I'm still haunted by this.
It's so scary.
Haunted by it.
Veil, Shaylin, and Radiant. And a little tiny pattern.
Little tiny pattern. It's funny to me every time I see art of like Shaylin where she's got her sword out but patterns on her, and I'm like, you know what? I can't even say that the art is wrong because she's got 2 fucking shard blades.
True. Who knows?
I used to point that out and be like, well, he can't be on her skirts because he's the blade, and it's like, no, you know what? She's got 2 now. It's fine. She's got 2.
Dual wielding. Also, there was a lot of art of these 3 that we couldn't show you until this month because Radiant is not blonde until Rhythm of War, and we forgot that.
Yeah, they changed her hair color so it's not weird. Because only Shaylin is with it to Olin and not the other 2, and it's, And so she becomes blonde in this book. And I was like, I remember being spoiled for that. I saw art of her. I'm like, why'd they make Radiant blonde? And then like 20 minutes later, we read the scene where it said that, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's pretty
Bitch is blonde now.
Bitch is blonde now.
Yeah.
Venli.
I like this art of Venli because it's showing her with like the Stormlight and the Void Light. Cool.
Wit and design. I have bonded a literal monster.
I love her. God, look at her salad fingers. Man, the cryptics are freaking creepy. They've got salad fingers.
We're not talking about it.
Cryptics got, speaking of fingers, here's Wit kissing Jasmine's fingers. I don't think she's got salad fingers, though.
No, she's got normal fingers.
She's got normal fingers.
And Wit, it's loaded. There we go. Oh, yeah, this is another one with the...
Oh, yeah, it's got, like, all the stories in it. Except for, I think this came out before Dog and Dragon, so I don't think they're in this one. It's got Fleet and, like, the Wandersail ship.
Fleet again.
It's cute. It's cute.
Zoomies? I like that you put this in both.
I didn't realize I put it into Oh, it was in the memes and in the art, right? I remember I did that and I meant to fix it.
Oh, God. Okay, I have to.
Okay, zoom in and slowly take us down this panel because this is my favorite thing I've ever fucking seen. Now, zoom it right about there and then let it load so we can see the text. Yeah, there's good. Like, let it, okay. So you got pattern here. No, stop zooming out. What are you doing? Girl!
Listen, it's very difficult.
Slowly scroll down.
There we go.
Stop zooming out. There you go. Scroll down. This is my favorite comic I've ever seen of Stormlight stuff.
Oh, I can't show the last one.
You can't show the last one? It's Shaylin like holding up her sketchbook and Adolan being like, Shaylin, no.
Shaylin, no.
It's just my favorite thing. Like, bet you weren't expecting this, and I'm just pulling out this. First time I saw this, it like killed me, and I literally was laughing about it for like a fucking hour. Like, I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
There's no sense to it.
I went out of my way to go find this art again to make sure we ended on this because it just brings me a true joy. Just bet you weren't expecting my fucking weird ass legs. And Shaylin just being like, I have to.
I mean, he does have something on his leg, and I don't know what it is.
You know what?
Is that a garter? Does it have a garter?
I don't know who this artist was, but honestly, I love them. Thank you.
Okay.
True joy. It's true joy. That's gonna make me cry. Oh, man, I'm telling you, fucking. I don't know why that art, just that comic, it did it for me. All right. Let me get my giveaway wheel up and running. Why is there... Okay.
Does anyone have any last thoughts or comments before we go?
Where do you get... how do you keep up with what's coming out when? What's your source for finding things?
I mean, I'm right now. Sanderson, most of his he's doing a lot of updates on YouTube. He does like weekly updates right now.
Okay.
So you could like literally, you're caught up. You can watch all this shit. Yeah, he does a lot of like streams on YouTube as well, where he'll like answer questions and talk about stuff. But he does like a weekly update video, and on his website, he always has progress bars for whatever he's working on, so you can literally see like how close he, like if he's 10%, 20% into working on something. He's always very just like letting everybody know, and he also has like a newsletter that he only puts out about 4 times a year, so it doesn't overwhelm people. Yeah, it's quarterly newsletter.
Love it.
And also, I just like follow him on all the things like Twitter and everything.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
And I'm always on the Coppermind and the 17th Shard.
Yeah,
That
I'm
would
gonna
be
do, like,
amazing.
Coppermind deep dive now.
Oh my god, yeah, you can go on the Coppermind. Listen, if you go down a rabbit hole and you start going crazy, just like DM us while you're having that little trip, because it's a fun
put it
time.
in all spoilers. I'm sure everyone.
Oh yeah, just like let everybody see it. Just go into all spoilers and be like, all right, this is what I found, and I'm confused as heck. All right,
it's a lot. Like there's a lot to go through the Coppermind or the forums. Oh my god.
So much. Oh, the forums are scarier. There's so much on the forums.
But yeah, next week we'll talk about like theories and everything.
Yeah, we'll do theories and like lingering questions anybody has, and go over like everybody's favorites throughout the whole year, that everything we read and all that stuff.
We can get Steph's final thoughts on Rhythm of War.
Yes, because I see. Yeah, you'll have time to finish it, and then you can actually, and because like Spence wasn't here either, so we'll have time for you guys to kind of give your thoughts on stuff next week as well.
There's the 17th Shard Discord as well.
Oh yeah, I'm in it, but like I have that shit muted.
They scare me.
It's overwhelming. Okay, I'm gonna spin this giveaway wheel. I don't think anybody else entered it after I did it, so we're gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna see who wins. We're gonna spin the wheel. What did Josh do?
Hold on, I'll see if I can get this up for you guys.
Eli left. Eli's not here. Eli, you won. I think this is the second one that Eli's won.
Eli.
All right, cool. All right, final giveaway. I still have to make all of those. Just pretty much we're going to do all of February. By the end of February, I hope to have all of the giveaway stuff done, so I can then send them all out at the same time. And Steph, you won the Way of Kings one, so I will be hitting you up to see if there's any like specific quotes or anything that you want me to use, or if you just want me to like surprise you or whatever. But
I will look for quotes.
I'll also have to get you ready. You got some time. It'll be like probably 2 weeks before I hunker down to just start making all the ones I'm behind on. But I'll let you know. I'll remind you.
So exciting.
What's happening? What'd you just add to the stream?
Just add it. Josh sent me this. He DM'd it to me on Discord. It's titled "Ash Fell from the Sky."
Wow.
And it's the Herald Ash.
Yeah.
In Fortnite.
I could see that. I can see that.
I had to share it. So.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
What the hell did Josh just DM me?
Right. I know. I think Eli sent me more stuff after the first time that I missed because I didn't want to do it again.
We can drop it in something.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to show anything that like any art or anything that we missed next time, we can do any leftovers.
If there's any art specifically that people want to see, we can try and dig more for it.
That's true. If somebody's like, oh, I want to see art of this scene, I can like see if there's any of it. But yes, we will. This is the last like dedicated book discussion of the Crabalong. So thank you to everybody who stuck with us this whole year. And the Discord is not going anywhere, so don't you worry. And also stay tuned because Max, Steph, and Casey, you're all over here, are doing a Dark Tower read along, continuing it this year. So if you want more fun with those three, I'm clocking out. But if you want some fun with these people with another year-long read along, I'll make sure I post the information of that when we do the wrap-up party, so you guys can kind of talk about that when we do the wrap party as well. And I'll post your links for stuff. But yeah, we will see you guys next week, literally same time, Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're coming for the wrap-up party. And we'll be closing out the Crabalong. So, yay. We'll see you guys next time. Yeah.